life. All right. Hello, everybody. Shalom, brothers and sisters in Christ. May the Lord bless you. Today, our topic is very simple about the potatoes who claim to be scholars around the world. You know, I woke up in the morning. Actually, when I decide to go live, I don't know what the topic. So I type in Google Indonesian scholars. You know, Indonesian scholars. Yeah. And I got this. Or not this. What is this? Hold on. Screenshot. No, this is not what we want here. Look at this. A bunch of Muslim scholars, supposedly, those are scholars. They are giving finger to Allah. All of them. So I say that's perfect. As long they are giving finger to Allah, I'm going to seek revenge for Allah and break their fingers. Allah, he cannot protect himself. Allah is an idol. He cannot move, he cannot jump, he cannot talk. He is a samad, as the Quran describes him, samad. So, which means he's empty from inside. You know, he's an idol which is empty from inside. So, this samad, as Ibn Kathir described it, there's two idols in the Kaaba, around the Kaaba. One, his name is Samad, and the other one, its name of Samud. So as long as the Muslims, they give their finger to Allah, I am going to stand today and defend Allah and break their fingers one by one. So who is the Muslim who dare to jump on the square and prove me wrong? Anyone? Any Abdul? I saw another article too, which is the reason for me to have this name of this video. It's about why the Indonesian, their dream never fade to establish Islamic nation. But until now, they could not do it. This country is a Muslim for 1,000 years, I think, right? Still, they could not establish Islamic State. What is this, Abdul? What is this exactly? What is that? This is Islamic State now? Really? I'm scared. And why the hole is so big? Is that for the sniper to aim at your eye? What is this? It says boom. In your chest it says boom. So when we send our army and we boom you, you say ceasefire now, ceasefire now. Isn't it? This is what you Muslims, all of you in Indonesia, keep saying ceasefire now. Why you don't go into jihad? You have guns, go, join. Potatoes. Boom, huh? The Israeli are booming us. Yeah, they are. Potato. All of you are a bunch of potatoes. But however, today, we are giving you a chance to prove to us that you are really boom. Who want to join us and boom in us? Any Muhammadan? I'm seriously scared of you Muslims. What is this? Man, that is so scary. I never thought that Muslims are so scary like this. I'm so scared. People in Discord cannot hear me. What I will do, guys, go to YouTube. What we will do? People in Discord. This Discord is messed up, to be honest with you. We hear you, we don't hear you. We hear you, we don't hear you. Do you hear me now? Am I heard now? Okay, well, I don't know what's wrong with this Discord. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you? Abdul, do you hear me? Do you? Do you? By the way, Allah cannot hear you. You pray to Allah 24 hours, 7 days a week, still He cannot hear you. Even the Hadith says, Allah come down every third part of the night, He say, who is praying for me? He cannot hear you from the seventh heaven. His reception is very bad. AT&T. Oh boy. Do we have any Muslim who can hear me and who would like to join us in Discord, or we can open Skype, which I did not open for a while actually. If you'd like to join us in Skype, I will open it just for you. Especially if you are a Muslim from Indonesia and you have a knowledge and you want to destroy me. By the way, I told you I'm going to open Indonesian channel, right? Don't think I changed my mind. I just made an order yesterday. So we will receive the equipment in a few days. And then we will create the channel. I don't know what I will call it in Indonesian. I might call it Orange Christian Prince, something like that. Orang. Like Orang Christian Prince. Something like that, we will see. And then Indonesian, they can call me Speak Indonesian. Can you believe it? They can challenge me, they can debate me, they can ask me, they can question by speaking Indonesian. I will answer in English for sure, but the AI we will use is going to translate immediately what I'm saying. So it's perfect. Correct? So the language barrier is not exist no more. So Indonesian, tell the ustaz, the ulama, tell them a Christian prince is coming to town. And now let us see what they will do. So in a few days from now, we will open an Indonesian channel. I will open many other channels, you know, but for sure, because Indonesia is the biggest Muslim country, we'll give it more time in this, because, you know, those AI translator can translate any language, including the language of Allah. What is the language of Allah? Any Muslim can tell me? You know, the funny is Allah, He wrote the Quran in Arabic, but Arabic is created by man. Hey Muslims, who is the one who created Arabic first? So Allah, He wrote on His chair, there is no God but Allah and Muhammad Rasulullah in Arabic. But there is no Arabic at that time. Man, that's deep. That's so deep. The first God who like a graffiti, you know, if you have a teenage is writing words in your wall and you are upset from him, don't be upset. Allah was a teenage. The first one who wrote on his chair is Allah. Imagine you go to the furniture store, you buy a chair, you come back home. You find your kids writing your names on it. There's no daddy but daddy. Oh boy. Sahih al-Bukhari, it says the Prophet, he offered a sacrifice for idols. Yeah, he did. He did. There is many tons of stories. Muslim cannot run away from it. I mean, he is an idol worshipper. Which one is more important, offering sacrifice or bowing down to them? If you read the chapter of An-Najm, where he claimed that satanic verses delivered to him by Mr. Satan, he bowed down to the idols, three daughters of Allah, and he said their intercession is a must. Do we have any Abdul? You can bring your guns with you. Abduls, you can bring your guns. Listen, as long as we have a picture of guns here. Where is my guns? Which one? I don't know this one. I don't know this one. Let us see. Let's be sure. It's not loaded. It's loaded. Oh boy. All right, forget it. So you bring your guns, I bring my guns. Any Abdul? Remember, be careful. Our guns is different from your guns. You have guns, Potato? You buy them from us, Potato. You can even make guns. Even the guns is not, you know, I have a friend. He bought a gun from Turkey. I told him, Potato, don't use it. This is Turkish gun. You know, cheap. They are bad quality. He did not listen. He said, so cheap, man. For $100, I cannot beat that. Maybe even less than $100. He lost his finger. Boof. You know, the gun exploded. He was lucky that the gun is not so close to his eye. You know, but the his finger is gone. Any Abdul, bring us your guns. Hmm? Who is a Muslim would like to join us? Anyone? We have guns. They are with magazine. We have guns without magazine. Do you like Magnum 500? Huh? Potato? Ceasefire now? I advise you not to hold your guns for long. Put them down and take your pant off. You are not a man. Any Muhammadan? Is that a true story? Which story? The only true story I know, and this is a true story because I have a family member who saw it, is the flying carpet of Solomon. Because my grandfather, he got the little fabric of the flying carpet of Solomon. And since then, none of my family, they pay for airline ticket. Yeah, brother. We just sit on it, we fly. Do you know the song? It says, I fly in the sky, I fly, you know, like, yeah, this is where the story coming from. I mean, Muhammad never lie. Even flying carpet is there. Hey, Muslims, is that gun in your hand can shoot at the flying carpet of the Jews? Look like the Jews are using it now in the war in Gaza and in the war with the Hezbollah. And by the way, why you are upset for Hezbollah? Hezbollah, they are killing Muslim Sunni. Yeah. And Hamas helped them to kill Muslim Sunni in Syria. They kill hundreds of thousands of Muslim Sunni in Syria. Go check it out. You're a potato. Any Muhammadan? Anyone from the ulama? Nobody? So let us go to the topic. The topic here is saying that why the Indonesian, hold on, negara Islam ditolak mayoritas Muslim. I know this word. Muslim. I told you I speak Indonesian. Nobody believe me. You guys, you see, you accuse me that I'm not telling the truth. I don't speak, Indonesian. How I know what this word mean? You tell me. How in the world I know what this word mean? Got you busted. Anyway, I will forgive you. I forgive you this time. But next time I will not, okay? But for this, episode, I will forgive you because most of you ignorant. You don't know. All right? And because you don't know, I will let it go. All right? So here it's saying that the Muslim dreams in Indonesia never come true. They want to build Islamic state, but they have a dream never fade. But why is dream? I mean, if the majority, I don't know, 90% of the country is Muslims, why 90% Muslim country cannot make an Islamic state? Any Abdul can tell us? Anyone? What is the reason for the failure of Islam everywhere? Which Muslim country is an Islamic state? The answer is very simple. Muslims themselves don't want Islamic state. All those you see, they are shouting for Allah. They are hypocrite potatoes. Because in Islamic state, all of them, they will run away from the country. In Islamic state, there is no way you can open a store for women clothing. Haram. You cannot do that. You cannot use a American, like, the thing you dress clothes of a woman or a man. Haram. This is idol, brother. A woman, she cannot sit on a chair. So where she said? In Abdul lap. Because a chair is a male. Haram. No one of those who they are wearing pants is allowed because this is the clothes of the kuffar. Prophet Muhammad, he says, the one who dressed like them, he is one of them. All your clothes is the clothes of the kuffar. Potato. None of your lifestyle is Islamic. And those are supposedly the one they call them ulama. And by the way, they know nothing about Islam. The one in the middle is your president now. Potato. Doesn't matter he is a president or not, he's a potato. Who care? All of them, they are potato for me. Do we have any Muhammadan potato from Indonesia would like to come to the mic? We went to the Muslim life, Indonesia. What his name? Dondi? What's his name? I forgot his name. I mean, the guy, he had poop in his pant. We just said, let me call you. He's the guy speak English, right? That's it. We did not say anything yet. The guy was terrified. Even he deleted all the videos which is in the live section, and he claimed that somebody hacked his channel just to delete the video of me going there. Can you believe it? ISC? All right, I hope you are a Muslim, my friend. All right. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to join us?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Sabah al khair. I just said I'm a Christian actually, but I have few things to say about whatever you just commented on.
All right, go ahead.
The funny thing about the Muslimin, the Muslims, that they like you give them a finger, like a finger to help, they take the entire arm. They basically take with the right hand and then they stab you with the left hand. Even like Muhammad bin Baz, you know bin Baz, right?
Mm-hmm.
He basically also like made it halal to basically benefit of the kuffar. Like you can take the technology, you can take you can take whatever they use. Like for example, there was this I think last year or something, this lecture by Saleh Al-Fawzan.
Uh-huh.
A guy asked him, hey, is it okay to use the technology of the Jews like Facebook and stuff, you know, even though it was not made by Muslims? And he said basically, yes, absolutely, you're allowed to use it because you are basically doing it for the sake of Islam. So it's okay to use the products of the kuffar in order to spread Islam and in order to propagate Islam. And this is basically what's happening in the UK and all around the world. I
Yeah,
mean, whatever Islam.
you know,
Yeah.
the Muslims, I mean, it's normal for them to use this technology, even though Islam is against supposedly taking anything from the kuffar. However, we know that Islam is very flexible, and it's like a snake. It changes its color depending on the location.
Like
However,
a chameleon, basically. Yeah.
yeah. However, whatever they do, they fail. Like in the UK, do they have any form of Islam? No. Muslim in the UK, like as an example, Mimi Hijab, he present a kind of Muslims. He have a whole website just to bully Muslims. Correct?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct.
So, but this is what Islam is about. Muslims,
The,
all of them, they are bully to Muslims. In fact, they hate each other more than they hate all the Jews together. So Islam is
yeah, I,
always fail. So when we speak about okay, now we decide to use the technology of the kuffar. How they use it? They use it to bash Muslims. You
yeah,
know?
and actually, what the first bullies were basically Aisha and Muhammad.
Yeah,
You
all
know,
of
not
them.
Muhammad as her husband, but her brother. Muhammad bin Abi Bakr, he basically grew up in the house of Ali, and Aisha basically was bullying him, calling him names because he grew up in the house of Ali, and he was a muwali to Ali.
Yeah, and
And
Allah,
aside from that, there was also Abdullah ibn Zubair. He was basically bullying Bani Umayyah as well.
everybody
All
bully
the
everybody.
Muslims were bullies.
Even Allah, he bullied the uncle of Muhammad. You know, it's a
But yeah,
bully religion. And this is why,
You know,
this is
I
why
actually made a poetry about
Islam,
Abu Lahab actually.
yeah,
سلمت يد أبي لهب وسلم.
uh-huh.
لم يغزو لم يغزو ولم ينهب. Basically, this is basically Islam. They bully the good person.
They change his name. They call him Abu Lahab. They fabricate a story about him. His wife, she will have a necklace of a robe. What the heck? This is how
Yeah,
God speak. Yeah, but anyway, but this is why Islam collapsed. Actually, Islam
yeah,
collapsed from the
yeah,
beginning. Right away, Muhammad fatas. He's
yeah.
gone. Right away, they
Let
start
me his
bullying
day
each
like
other
this.
and killing each other. This is why Islam will never be a nation and will be never even exist as a religion. So now they speak too much about Islam. We are one nation, but which nation we are talking about? If we go in Indonesia, we see how many groups, all of them, they hate each other, and the same as around the world. Every Muslim is an enemy for every Muslim. Like now,
Yeah, this is
now
basically.
Muslims in Lebanon are dancing in the street, in Syria, dancing in the street because Israel is attacking Hezbollah. Why? Because Hezbollah killed Muslim Sunni. We know that. But Muslim Sunni, they call Muslim Sunni too. The rules they kill Muslims. So I mean, this is the reason when they speak about establishing an Islamic State, it's a fantasy because Islam is not exist and Muslims are not exist. What is exist is a group of gangs. They can be big or small, but always they hate each other and they are willing to kill each other. That's why they will never have a nation. For in the beginning, they are not a nation.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
the time of
and the
Muhammad,
first people. Yeah, and the first people, like when Muhammad died, حروب الردة, basically 90% of the Muslims left Islam.
yeah,
All of them left Islam,
right,
and if they succeeded on Abu Bakr and Aisha and all those شلة الزعران يعني,
uh-huh.
they basically, like, we would not have today. But I don't know, like, I feel like the people then, they did not even have a bone. They were a bunch of cowards to fight against Islam then,
No, no, actually,
because
we see
they
what
were.
happened. What happened? Almost actually, Muhammad in his last war, he almost lost and destroyed, but he was lucky, so he was the victorious, but almost he was destroyed. However, when Muhammad
Yeah,
died, the you mentioned the war of apostate.
Musaylima.
Uh,
Musaylima al-Kadhab
yeah,
also existed when
people,
Muhammad
people,
died.
they fought in the beginning, but they noticed that because they are not united, you see, the people who they are out of Islam, they did not unite together. There's no leader to unite them, the same as the leftover Muslims are united. So now they have a caliphate, even though they are not big in number. The others are scared because they are not united. So each one of them says, you know what, I will be back to Islam, and this is how Islam stay as Islam today. However, that will not. The
Yeah,
honeymoon is over very fast. We saw how Abu Bakr and Umar, they attack in the house of Fatima, and even they cause her miscarriage, and they burn the house. And Aisha, she took an army to kill Ali. Uthman himself, they kill him, they chop his head, they refuse even to put him in a graveyard with Muslims, they bury him
yeah,
with the Jews. Uh, I mean, it's a disaster of history. And this is why, actually, I posted a tweet by Khamenei, the leader, the supreme leader of Iran. He said that the war, and I'm sure you speak Arabic, he said the war
yeah.
between the follower of Yazid and the follower of Ali is forever. So, yeah, he just posted this is just as a few days ago. I posted in Twitter.
Uh, you know
So,
what's the funny thing? You know what's the funny thing, really? The Sunni and Shia, like the Sunnis, when you bring up these stories for them, they basically become from what do you call it? هلا يعني هن بيصير جماعة الخجلانين.
uh-huh.
Basically, they become so embarrassed about it that they become like, oh, it doesn't say that. Doesn't. Meanwhile, the Shia, they're allowed to do this because من لا يوجد له تقية لا يوجد له دين.
Yeah, taqiyya is the shield of faith for the Shia.
Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, we are glad that the kingdom of Satan is very much divided, and in the top of that, we have the truth on our side. And as you see, we laugh at Muhammad, and no Muslim dare to come and debate us.
Basically, I also have a really small request if you can make some time for it. Like,
Sure.
um, I've been looking at this. I've been looking after this hadith. I even tried to search in Arabic, where you said, if you don't put cotton in the anus of the Muslim, 99 dragons will go inside of his anus.
No, the
So I
hadith.
tried to look for that hadith.
No, the hadith doesn't
Yeah.
say about the cotton. The cotton is a tradition. They put it in the anus of the Muslim. But the reason they put it because Muhammad he says, if you go in the Quran, it says that there is an aqra, al aqra. You know the aqra?
The bold one.
Yeah. What is the bald one? The bald one is a dragon, and this dragon he will go in the grave of the Muslims when they die. So if you
Are
are
you,
a
are you
person,
serious?
yeah, you can go open right now. Let me hold on. My phone keeps switching to English. I don't know why. Okay, اقرأ. I don't know why my phone's switching to English. I switch it.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have another question, but I will just ask
Hold on.
this right after you
One by
get this.
one
Yeah,
by
I'll ask it
one by
after.
one. One by one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The yeah. This website is really not good. Anyway, so a Thu'ban al-Aqra, which is a massive dragon snake, uh, will enter the grave of the Muslims and will bite him. And this dragon have 99 heads. Each head have 7 heads. So if we go in the, let us see if I can find. All right. Let us see here.
الشجاع الأقرع وضمة القبر وعذابه.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
trying to
looking at
find
that.
you even some reference.
I'm looking at Islam.web, so it's like the most Qatari website you can get. So they don't do taqiyya over there. So maybe Islam.web can help.
No, I have the reference here, but I'm trying just to get something in in English for people to understand. So this should be here. What happened to my internet? Yeah, this is a hadith from Muhammad. I know the website is not functioning, taking forever. So according to
وما
Muhammad in al-Bukhari, here we go.
وما يعذبان وما
Uh-huh.
يعذبان في
Yeah.
الكبير ما أحدثهما فكان okay.
Yeah.
وبوله
So
وبوله وأمه.
so those all hadith about this issue. Even according to Muhammad, the biggest reason for you to be tortured by those snakes in the grave or dragons because you did urine.
Oh yeah, yes,
Urine,
عذاب القبر.
yeah, urine is the biggest. Yeah, and let us see here.
Actually, you can find this story where like you cannot pee like if it falls on your feet. You can actually find it in the Babylonian Talmud actually. Like rabbis are given their opinion and stuff, so rabbis write a lot about like this bodily fluids and like how you should keep yourself clean. So I am almost 100% certain that Muhammad took stuff from the Talmud. Like also the 40,000 slaves, like the kids.
Yeah,
This is not from the Torah. This is all from the Talmud.
yeah, everything Muhammad you have is from somebody else. And most of those stories of the either Talmud or even let us say culture, mother she tell her son there's a beast
Yeah.
and this beast will eat you if you leave this road, just to keep her son under control. So Muhammad he
Yeah.
take the stories and he added to the Quran everything in
Yeah,
the
this is
Quran.
this is this is the thing. Like the Jews, they have the Talmud, which is basically not even a holy thing. It's just the opinions of the Jews. Like
Yeah.
if you open the Talmud, you can even find like a Jewish rabbi today arguing with a Jewish rabbi from 400 years ago. So it's all opinions of human beings. But meanwhile, Muhammad he took the Talmud, put a direct hotline to Allah, and then he basically made it as God, as Allah's speech, which is like if this is why I'm from Israel, by the way, so this is why the Jews, like, they would rather be friends, not like the religious ones, they would rather befriend a Muslim because they know everything he says is stolen from the Talmud and all hocus pocus. But they don't want to befriend a Christian. I mean, they don't mind speaking to them, but not take them as friends because
No,
Christianity have something.
no, the Jews, because they are minority, when they live in an Islamic territory, they practice taqiyya too. So, in order to
Yeah,
live, in order to survive, and the majority around us is Muslims, so who care about the Christians? We care about surviving. So we say, okay, we are more close to Muslims than to Christians in order to survive. That's not because really they believe in what they say, but
yeah,
because the majority, the atmosphere around them, like now, when they come with something called the Abrahamic,
agreement.
peace agreement, the Jews and everybody knows, even the Muslims agree that they have nothing to do with Abraham, in this story here. But because this is what the hypocrisy of politics now needed, so suddenly they became cousins and they are in love together and they have something to share. It's called Abraham. Right?
Yeah, yeah. And
Otherwise,
another questions, if I can ask you,
all right,
it's relevant to Israel.
sure.
Um, you know the story about Abdullah ibn Zubair basically insulting Bani Umayyah, and they insulted him as well,
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay.
And they also, I believe that everything in Al-Aqsa right now, like the ahadith and stuff about Al-Aqsa, like Al-Aqsa is basically, if you pray over there, you will get 30 times the good deed that you would get in the Al-Aqsa instead of Mecca. So do you believe that this is my theory personally, do you believe Bani Umayyah, they basically fabricated that hadith in order to keep people away from Mecca?
Maybe we don't know. I mean, it's possible. But however, Bani Umayyah, they are people who convert to Islam because of money, right? So,
One day, actually, the family of not Uthman, Abu Bakr or something, or was it Uthman?
what do you mean?
Uthman, or the caliphate, was he from Bani Umayyah, or was that Abu Bakr?
No, no.
I don't.
Bani Umayyah, I believe none of those are from Bani Umayyah. But Bani Umayyah is the one who are belong to Abu Sufyan, who Muhammad paid him money to convert to Islam. And as we see in chapter 9, verse number 60, Al-Mu'allafa qulubahum, those people
Yeah,
who,
the one who. Yeah,
yeah, those are the ones who don't want to convert to Islam. So Muhammad gave them money and they said Shahada. But by saying Shahada, they hijack the religion, they hijack the business of Muhammad. So as soon Muhammad he died and the caliphate they start collapsing, they took over the business, you know. And even
yeah,
later, even there's hadith about that Muawiyah or Yazid, he is the one who killed Aisha. So he invited her to his palace and he put her bed over a hole, have a lot of arrows underneath, and the bed, like the second she sat on it, the bed will collapse and she died in such a way. This is what the Shia hadith says, but nobody can confirm it's true or not. But however, those are people who converted to Islam because of money, and money is their business. So it's possible what you said, that they fabricated the hadith to make it the Aqsa is more important than the Kaaba. However, Muhammad is no new for this business because he was praying to the Jerusalem most of his life
Mhm.
during the time he was trying to convince the Jews that he is a Jew like them, you know. But when
yeah,
he failed, he switched back to the Kaaba, to the Arab pagan, because he found neither the Christians, neither the Jews, they will accept him. This is why Muhammad, he says, if I was able to convert 10 Jews, just 10, all the Jews will believe in me.
yeah. And also, like, even the Jews, they tested him with like Nadir ibn al-Harith wa they basically went to the Jews and they, the polytheist of Mecca, the Nadir ibn al-Harith wa they basically went to the Jews and the Jews asked him about the spirit, the spirit and what is it called, Dhul Qarnayn
Yeah, all
and
those
Ashab al-Kahf.
yeah, all those stories is a trap from the Jews. That's why Muhammad hated them. Like they ask him, tell us about Prophet Zulqarnain. So Muhammad now believed him that he's a prophet, you know. So he went,
Yeah,
he asked who is Zulqarnain. But this is a story written by a person from Syria, a fiction
yeah,
story about a real person. Zulqarnain
yeah,
is a name never exists, but he is a Roman. You know, the Roman kings when they go to war,
yeah,
they wear a hat have two horn in it.
yeah.
That's why
I,
Zulqarnain, which means the man with the person with the two horn.
yeah,
Uh,
actually, it's our father, Yaqub. He wrote it. The Yaqub al-Suri.
exactly, Yaqub,
He
exactly.
wrote it.
Yeah. So it's a
So
fiction
yeah,
story about a real person. The same the story of the seven sleepers. Hmm?
yeah,
Muhammad, he took it, he
yeah,
put it in the Quran. The story of the flying carpet, he took it from the Jews. The story of the ant, he took it from the Legion of the Jews. The flying horse of Suleiman, those are fiction stories, Jewish stories, you know. Muhammad, he took them, he put them in the Quran or in the Hadith. Like we cannot
yeah,
find the flying horse of Suleiman in the Quran, but we can find it in the Hadith. And
yeah,
Suleiman, he got angry and he slaughtered his horse, flying horse. So Allah gave him a replacement, a flying carpet.
yeah. And also, could the ahadith of the biggest Abdul Muhammad, could it technically be considered Quran? Because a lot of the Muslims, like the Muslims, they basically say وما ينطق على هوى,
Yeah, وما
basically.
ينطق عن
So
الهوى.
everything he says is basically direct download from Allah.
Yeah,
So
but you see, even that story about وما ينطق عن الهوى, because
yeah,
he was accused that he fabricates stories, you know. So like if you remember, the uncle, his uncle wife, she said to him, uh, "Did your shaitan forsake you, Muhammad? You know, did your Satan
yeah,
forsake you?" So Muhammad now he proved that he is not receiving Quran from shaitan. So he said, "No, he did not forsake me," and here we go. He just gave me those verses. Yeah,
yeah.
because
Mm,
suddenly he
okay.
stopped making Quran. However,
Yeah,
Islam, all of it as a book in the Quran or in the Hadith, is a collection of laughable, stupid, crazy, mentally ill person. So even in the time of Muhammad, the Arab, they laugh at the Quran. Like the Muslim, they say to you, "Do you know how the Arab were amazed with the Quran?" That's not what the Quran says. The Quran says the opposite. That the Arab they laugh at the Quran and they call it laughable fairy
Asatir
tales.
al-awwalin.
Yeah, all of this. You know, the word asatir, it doesn't present only the word fairy tales. Present that's this is a kid's story. You know, this is stupid,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, like Jesus speaking in a choral. This is never appeared anywhere in Christianity. Like this is a story where, heretical Christian sects they used to teach to their kids where Jesus spoke in his choral,
yeah,
basically.
any
They have
story Muhammad you have is a laughable. But however, this one is just let us say uh, we can let it go. It's fabricated. We can say, okay, maybe he have, maybe God told him. We don't know, maybe. But what about the rest? I mean, the rest, all of it is just a stupid stories. So because they say the Christians' Bible is corrupt, okay, maybe Muhammad he had the true story about Jesus, which we don't have. But then we find that all of those stories, all those verses in
yeah,
the Quran, people are laughing at the Quran, and even they say even our grandparents, our grandfathers, they heard them long before you.
mm,
You brought nothing new, and those are
yeah,
legions.
um,
You know.
yeah. I mean, this is basically how Islam is. It all started from fairy tales of heretical sects.
This why
Um,
this why
like
nobody want to convert to Islam, until Muhammad he seek the help of the Sa'alik.
Yeah,
Sa'alik
I
in
mean,
Arabic is the outcast
yeah,
people
the
who are
gang
killed.
member Zaran.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's even like if you like, I think you should also review, like not I know you know it yourself, but maybe show the rest of us, that how did the Quran shift from when Muhammad was in Mecca to Muhammad was in Medina, when basically when he was with Khadija and when he went to Aisha, it changed like 360 degrees. Because at first it was peaceful and stuff, but after he went to Medina, and he started jumping from woman to a woman after Khadija died, it became basically a gang member
No,
because
he
Muhammad
was
he
a
was
gang.
mentally ill.
He was a gang from the beginning. The Arab in general, they are gang. The Arab, their culture is a gang culture.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
that's why they attack even their neighbors just to rape them, just to take their money. So the gang culture of the Arab is already exist.
yeah. But just they couldn't take over the Jews in Medina at
Sorry, I had
first,
to mute
like
the
the Arabs in
microphones
general.
because I was coughing. So
Yeah,
anyway,
all good, no worries.
so so the Arab in culture, they ride each other. They call it ghazwa. So
Yeah,
Muhammad is not new from the business. He do what his grandparents do, attacking other tribe, raping the women, taking the money, taking the food, taking the sheep. And then
yeah,
the other tribe will ride them too. I mean, this is what they do for a living. Arab.
yeah.
Arab are not people of ethic. Arab are savage who have zero ethic. But even the zero ethic Arab, they have more ethic than Muhammad the Prophet.
Well, they
As
actually they actually did have some kind of they were actually quite educated. For example, another Ibn al-Harith, he went to Syria in order to study medicine, and he went
yeah, you
back to
know,
Quraysh after that.
in every group of people there is some, but we cannot say the Arab is still the Arab. In fact, the word Arab is not an ethnic. The Arab is a people of the
It's a
desert.
desert. It means desert in Aramaic,
Yes,
basically, also in
exactly.
Hebrew.
So Aramic, many people think that Arab is an ethnic, but that's absolutely false. That's why they don't look like each other at all.
It is actually more translated in Aramaic and Hebrew. I speak both, by the way. It's more translated not to a desert, but as wilderness, as lawlessness, as
Yeah,
a
yeah, they
place
are.
with no law.
It's like saying barbaric. You say gypsy.
Yeah,
It's an insult. It's not even a word describing desert only. It's describing that they are dirty, uncivil. They don't take a shower. They don't have houses. They don't have civilization. It's all in one package. Arab.
and this is the funny thing when they were starting to fight over the caliphate, like oh, they should go to this tribe because they are the Arabs of the Arabs. They started saying so. Basically, they are the best of Zaran.
Yeah. So, and not only that, Muhammad he claimed that his family is the best of the Arab. Yet Muslim they
Yeah,
claim,
exactly.
yeah,
So, and this is also shows his ignorance about a simple word that he grew up with, because the Jews that lived over there, they did not consider themselves Arabs. The Ebionites that they got expelled from Kuwait and Iraq, they did not consider themselves Arabs at all. Neither the Sabians did not consider themselves Arab because they were. They all have false teachings, but
In
they did
fact,
not.
in fact, I believe that Muhammad himself, based in the Quran, Muhammad himself is not an Arab. Because there's a hadith says that he is the same as a palm tree in the middle of the desert, which means nobody know his father. So if you go in the Quran, you will see how Muhammad is bashing the Arab, which doesn't make sense. Because if he's an Arab, why he says that the Arab are the most disbelieved, kuffar, hypocrite. This is the Quran.
Yeah, so Abu Lahab technically is not an Arab either.
I believe Abu Lahab have nothing to do with Muhammad. As I said, Muhammad is not
Oh
from that
yeah,
family.
adoption was actually allowed then before Islam abolished it, so they might just found him somewhere and they took him.
Yeah,
Because they also
that's why he
were
says like
because they were also
he's like a nakhla,
yeah.
suddenly like in the desert, uh, uh, a tree come from the middle of the desert, and then you wonder where is the seed coming from because
Mm.
there's no trees around,
Ah,
you know.
Yeah, and I also remember when the Arabs were actually accusing him, and he started saying, "I am Muhammad bin Abdullah bin this," as if they were accusing him. He was not.
Exactly.
He was basically a stranger. So what would make him make the statement basically, unless they were accusing him of something?
Yeah, exactly. So like when he says when they said Muhammad is like a nakhla in the desert, they are saying to him that nobody knows who his father, and even the book says that Muhammad. They make a story that Muhammad and his father and his grandfather they get married in the same day. Then
Mm, mm,
the
mm.
grandfather he died. Sorry, the Muhammad father he died, and then Muhammad is 4 years. He was born 4 years after his uncle. So how they get married in the same day, and his father died a few months after, and then Muhammad is born 4 years after. I mean the
What?
father is dead 4 years before, and this is support why so-called family of Muhammad they send him to a woman to breastfeed him. So it looked like when they adopted him, nobody know his parents. He used to faint. He have epilepsy, as tons of hadith says. So they send him to this woman Halima in order
Like
to do.
Jalta?
I don't know. Epilepsy is an illness in the brain.
Yeah, I know it's against lights and stuff. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was at first like Jalta.
No, 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 no. He faint. He fell in the ground. He lose conscious. So this what happened when they send him to Halima. The same happened to him. So Halima got scared. She said, "Okay, she gave me this kid, and he might die between my hands. So I will give him. I will send him back." So she took him and she sent him back. This is why his family don't like him. Nobody like him. Because he's not from the
Yeah,
family. Why all the house, all the tribe of Muhammad, no women wanna do breastfeeding for him? Doesn't make sense. He's an orphan, supposedly. He is from the family, supposedly. Yet there's no women from the family wanna breastfeed him. They send him to a
yeah,
foreigner, a strange woman in the far away. So they cast him out. They want to get rid of him. There's no way anyone would do that to his child. Send him to a foreigner and tell her, okay, what, take this kid.
yeah,
And this woman later
yeah.
she brought him back because he was almost dying in her hand.
Yeah, yeah, and it actually doesn't make sense because the Arabs would never do this because your name in the desert, like Al Quraishi or whatever it is, it's basically the name of your tribe. Your tribe are the ones who are responsible to protect you. Your tribe would never abandon you. So Muhammad, he must have been something that something. I think they could clearly sense, even the polytheists, they could clearly sense the presence of Satan on earth when they saw him. I truly believe so. I truly believe he was
Well,
the reincarnation of
Muhammad
Satan
is
on
a
earth.
Muhammad is a successful fool, which means I don't think this guy he attend to create a massive religion. He wanted to be a local prophet. That's why in the Quran, in his time, there's many claim to be prophet, and they are doing good business. They get rich, they get authority.
Saylima ar-Rahman, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Muhammad, he was trying to compete with them, and he never thought he will be like big as he what happened. That's why in the Quran, you will see the Quran says that Allah he sent him to Mecca and what is around it, Ummul Qura, right? So
Yeah,
Allah did not send Muhammad to the world in the beginning. It says Allah He sent him only to the village of Mecca and what is around it. Here, chapter 6, verse number
yeah.
92.
وهذا الكتاب أنزلناه مباركا مصدقا الذي بين يديه أم القرى ومن حولها. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
basically
So,
Mecca and the surrounding it.
yeah, so he announced himself he is a local prophet here in this area, and he
Yeah.
never thought he would be bigger than that. But when his dream get bigger, suddenly he became international prophet. In the beginning, he's local, but he decided to open a new McDonald's everywhere.
You know who's the international prophet in my eyes?
Uh
Imam Ali. He was speaking 200,000 languages, so he knew everything.
huh. Yeah, and he is the one who discovered the football game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you actually know that the reason for the sea to be so salty is how much the fish caught for Al Hassan?
yeah. There's tons of stories about those. Yeah,
Yeah,
even
I mean,
they have tons of stories. Hard to believe those. They are beating the Muslim with their stupidity. Like
it's
once I was debating a Muslim Shia. He said that the watermelon is a Muslim uh,
because she's sweet.
Shia. Yeah, because it's sweet. Okay, I said, what if it is not sweet and not sour? What? She is in the process of converting to either direction.
um,
and
actually,
then
there's something that
and then he said,
yeah.
I asked him about Muslim Sunni. He said it's proven scientifically that all Muslim Sunni are homosexual. I said, really? What is the proof of that? He said, first, when a Muslim Sunni is born, Shaitan, he put his finger in his anus. I said, okay, so now
W-
Shaitan, he put the finger in the anus of the Muslim Sunni when he is a baby. That's why the baby he cry, according to the Shia, because he's a Muslim
What
Sunni and he must be a homo.
what is the reason for both Shia and Sunnis to always speak about anus?
This
Because
is Islam,
this must have been
but
some
hold
like
on,
normal
the
practice.
story is getting more funny. So he said every Muslim Sunni, when he is born, Shaitan, he places his middle finger in his anus to make him a homosexual. I said, okay, and this is proven scientifically. He said yes. So okay, what if this Muslim Sunni who is now homosexual later convert to Shia? What will happen? He said, no. Shaitan, he will not place his finger in the anus of someone later will become Shia.
So there is predestination as well, technically. So Shaitan knows the ghaib and Allah doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, but all right. Okay.
Uh,
Thank you, brother, for joining us. Good to have you.
you're very welcome. And I also have I'm not sure if you will find this annoying, but there is this Sheikh Wasim Youssef. Um, you should probably look him up on YouTube and show everyone. There, his title name Wasim Youssef. Men of religion hide 90% of the issues. You can look it up on YouTube and show everyone and see even the shuyukh of like Jordan Palestinians and stuff. They go on live TV and they literally blaspheme and they literally call Muhammad a rapist. If
Yeah.
you want,
I think this Wasim Youssef, I saw a video of him. I think he's trying to make Islam have nothing to do what Muslims say is correct.
yeah,
Is
but
this,
it like what he says is absolutely insane. I posted the link to
yeah, but you
YouTube
see,
on in the chat.
he is not a good person. He is trying to make Islam have nothing to do with those hadith and those stories, you know?
Yeah,
So
basically a Muslim khajlan, basically.
no. He is just a hypocrite trying to protect Islam from all the accusation today it has. He's more dangerous than those Muslims who say, yes, this is what it says. He's more dangerous because he is a sneaky. He tried to manipulate the truth and make it like Islam have nothing to do with those stories. So you,
So he's basically between Shia and Sunni, playing taqiyya but keeping the Sunnah.
yeah, but many people like what you said now. You think he's doing a good job. In fact, no. In fact, he is very sneaky, dangerous. He's trying to give Islam a new clothing to make Islam, you know what? Islam have nothing to do with this. Prophet is an amazing person. So he's trying to wash his hands from all the stories, which is embarrassing. And he's not a good person. He's an evil person. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I if you put it this way, then it would make
No,
sense. I
there's
mean,
no
at
other way.
first,
There's no other way, because how he say that the prophet will never say that if this is authentic, you know? And even when he tried to defend what he claimed, he have to use the hadith anyway, which he's accusing to be
a lie.
a lie. Yeah. So
Yeah,
if you ask him any question about his religion, he have to use the hadith, which is the same
yeah.
hadith he is saying it's not right. So they are hypocrite liars and they are dangerous. And I believe this guy is paid by the Emirati government, you know, in order to establish a new face of Islam, like the one which is not believe in kuffar and Like,
So basically, they're saying the same thing as Muhammad bin Salman, قدس الله سره.
yeah, yeah. It just washing the dirt and make Islam more shiny. In the same time,
Yeah,
they can establish a new generation of Muslims
yeah,
which don't believe in the old belief. But that will not make Islam better, will make Islam more dangerous because that will make it able to be sneaking more into society. So if they deny all those hadith, which Muhammad said about, tons of stories, we can mention endless number of them. So by
yeah,
taking them away and say those are a lie, then this is why we see somebody saying I am Quran only. Why he want to do that? He's just trying to reform, you know, the stupidity of Muhammad and make Muhammad have nothing to do with it by saying I take only the Quran because the hadith is fabricated. But then we go to the Quran. The Quran have more stupid stories than the hadith itself. So then what they would
yeah,
do, they would say, oh, those verses in the Quran are fabricated too. You know, like
yeah,
there's tons of mistakes in the Quran about, as an example, the baby, how the baby is created. So, in order to fix it, like what the Shia they do, the Shia they say that the only true Quran is the one with Al Mahdi. He will bring it back one day. And the only true things they have is the interpretation of the Quran. Okay, how you give interpretation? For a book, it is false according to you. And then you believe the interpretation is true, but the book is false. You know?
yeah.
So, yeah,
It's laughable.
it's just a way to get out of the madness of this garbage cult. So everyone he come with
Yeah,
his own method, and all of them they are laughable.
yeah. Like there's ton of these shuyukh. But anyway, I do not want to take any more of your time. I can see there's
You're welcome.
Muslims were having their hands up. But thank you very much for the explanation. And I just will say one thing: Alhamdulillah ala na'mat al-ishal. And have a blessed day.
All right. We have a Muslim. Where is the Muslims? Thank you. I see. We have a Muslim here. I don't see any Muslim. Where is the Muslims? If you are a Muslim, you'd like to join us, please feel free. All right. And we would like to hear from you something useful about Islam. I'm almost convinced that Islam is a good religion, but Muslims maybe they are not. I think Muhammad was a good man, right? Especially if he is from Nigeria. Go ahead, Abdullah.
Hey, Christian Prince. Sorry, I talked to you last week. I'm not a Muslim. I'm a Hindu. But anyway, if you have any Muslims lined up, please take them. I can come back
Yeah,
later.
we want Muslims, please. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Do we have any Muslim? I'm not sure what's wrong with the Discord. It keep making me lose the sharing the screen with you guys. So I have to do it from time to time. Do we have any Muhammadan here? The most thing I like about Muhammad that he said, when you go to the bathroom, you have to shake your penis 3 times. Because according to scientific study, if you shake it 4th time, it can come out. And this is proven scientifically. You know? How the Prophet, he knew this, that you need to shake it 3 times. And the hadith says that the Prophet, he taught us even how to do shit. I can show you the reference. علمنا كل شيء حتى الخراء. حتى الخراء. Khara in Arabic means shit. Excuse me. Look like those Arab before Muhammad do not know how to do shit. But as I know, even cats, they knew how to do shit. Even how to do shit, that is really holy shit. Salman said that the polytheist distinctly remarked, I see that your friend, which means Muhammad, teach you even how to do shit. And then he replied, the Muslim Abdul replied, yes, he commanded us not to face the Qibla and clean ourselves with our right hand, or be satisfied with a less than the 3 stones, among which with which there is no dung or bones. All right, all right. Do we have any Abdul? And now the Muslims, they have 12 papers. Where is the stones? Where is, what happened? Huh? You are taking the method of the kuffar? Rocks? You use rocks to clean your butt? What kind of butt you have? Elephant butt? Pig butt? Rocks, huh? What happened to the water? Can't you wash it with water? We want Muslim, please. If you are a Muslim, especially if you are from Indonesia, Ustaz, if you are feel free. And tell your friends soon we will open Indonesian channel and we will go live
PP.
in Indonesian. Hello?
Hello? Have you heard about Code 19?
About what?
Have you heard about Code 19? It proves the Quran. It's a mathematical miracle in the Quran.
Yeah, I heard of it. It's true story. Are you a Muslim?
I'm considering Muslim.
What?
I'm considering Islam.
You are considering Islam?
Yeah.
What does that mean, considering Islam?
Like, I'm not like fully Muslim yet, but I believe in the Quran.
So you
I
are
believe it's
half
the
Muslim
final
now? You are
revelation.
half Muslim, half not Muslim?
Sort of. Like, I believe the Quran is like Allah's final words.
Oh, okay.
It's his final
Can you
revelation.
tell me about the miracle of number 19?
Well, you have to look into it for yourself. Look up Code 19
I
on
did,
YouTube. You'll see
I did, and I prove it to be, I prove it to be
45
false.
minute.
I prove it to
No,
be
you didn't.
false, my friend. I prove it to be false in 2
It's a
seconds. Okay.
45-minute
The
documentary.
one, first of all, hold on. The first one.
You'd have to debunk the
Hold
entire
on,
documentary.
hold on. The one who come with the so-called miracle 19, his name is Rashad Khalifa, correct?
Correct. Yep.
All right. He have to take verses from the Quran, correct?
Yeah.
He just destroyed Islam then. Because in order to fabricate numbers, miracles, I have to fabricate my own new Quran to fit with my fabrication. So now the Quran is not valid no more. Because the Quran, hold on. So the Quran now, according to this guy, is not a true Quran. Number 2, he said that chapter 1, verse number 1, have 19 letters, correct?
I'm pretty sure it's. You know what gematria is?
Hold on. Chapter 1, focus with me. Focus with me. He said chapter 1, verse number 1, have 19 letters, correct?
I'm pretty sure he means that the value of the letters is divisible by 19.
No, he did not say value. He said has 19 letters. What value? No, what?
You might be right. I'm not like well
Hold
versed
on.
on the topic, but
If we
all
check,
I came here to do was spread the knowledge.
if we check the numbers,
it's a 45-minute documentary. You'd have to debunk the entire
thing. If we check
thing.
the numbers, why don't let me talk? If we check the numbers, we will find them at 24, not 19.
Yeah, different translation. You need to look at the Arabic.
I'm not looking at the translation. I'm an Arab. What translation?
Brother, you have to count the Arabic letters, not the English.
Yeah, I'm counting the Arabic letters. 24 letters, not 19. And I can show you article written by Muslims describing this as a joke. Muslim themselves, they say it's full of lies. The numbers are wrong, not the Christian Prince only. Like if I go right now and search for this, and I will show you this is hold on. I will show you that this is an Islamic website. Allah.
Brother, it's a 45-minute documentary. You'd have to debunk
My friend,
the entire thing.
It took me 2 seconds to destroy it. 45 minutes. Is it about how long? I can make it 10 hours, so who cares? Do you know how many hours Mickey Mouse? They make a cartoon of maybe 3,000 cartoon. Does that mean the cartoon is true? It's a cartoon. So
Dude, I just feel like you're straw manning code 19. Like it just feels like a straw man.
No, first of all, the verse about 19, Muhammad, he copied the Jews. He heard the Jews saying that there's 19s guarding the heaven or the hell. He put it in the Quran. Even the interpretation says so. He is copying the Jews. How that is a miracle? Same time, the rest is the same.
Well, Allah said if you he challenged us to make a verse like it, and what the code 19 says.
No problem. What if I show you that an ant can make like it? An ant.
I wouldn't believe you.
You will not believe me?
No.
Okay.
But,
Because as I know that your God Allah was quoting the ant. Is that correct?
Hold on. Maybe, but
Hold
19
on. What do you
symbolizes
mean? What
is
do you
the
mean
beginning
maybe?
and
What do you mean
Alpha
maybe?
Omega.
What do you mean maybe? If Allah Himself is stealing Quran from the ant she said, ant is making Quran. Can you make Quran like the ant Quran? Look, enter when he came to the valley of the ants. This is Allah talking. That's it. An ant said, okay. The rest is the ant talking. And then the rest, Sulaiman is talking. Where is the one making Quran? So Allah is not even the one making Quran. It is the ant said, Sulaiman said to the ant she said to Sulaiman. And then Sulaiman, he looked for the bird, al-hudhud. He is in charge of finding women who have no hair in their legs. So Allah, he quote what the hudhud says. Sulaiman, he said, Allah quoting Sulaiman. So who is the making Quran now? Is it really, this is what Sulaiman said or this is what Allah said? If you say to me that nobody can make like the Quran of Allah, but this is what Sulaiman is saying, that means Allah is Sulaiman, Allah is the ant, Allah is the hudhud, Allah is the bird, Allah is the chicken. They are the one is talking in the Quran. Where is the God? Where is the Quran author? When here it says, I will punish him most severely or slay him unless he gave me a valid excuse. Who's talking? Solomon. So who made the Quran? Solomon. Who is the one answering here? The bird. So who made this Quran? The bird. and the bird, he says, brother Sulaiman, alhamdulillah, we found a woman, she is a ruler and she have a nice chair, okay, very magnificent chair, and I want to tell you about it so you can steal it. So when you say to me nobody can make Quran like this Quran, this is just a bunch of stupid stories. I mean, this is a kid. Is it true that this bird,
like I said,
is it true?
You have to.
What do you have to?
The chances of, if you watch the entire documentary, he says the chances of
My
it
friend,
happening by
the
accident.
documentary numbers,
7
I just got the numbers busted. All of it is based on
1 in
19.
7 quadrillion.
All the number 19 is busted. And when they multiply or they divide, this is their choice to make it fit. But even that did not work. Even Ahmad did that. He put it in his book. He put it in his DVD. And then a guy, he asked him, why in the world you put this? He says, it have a flaws in it, flaws. But I thought this can help to convert people to Islam and help Muslims. So he knew it's a lie. Even Ahmad did that. He admit that it's a lie. And let me show you a miracle. Let me show you a miracle. What is your education?
My what?
Education.
Education, high school.
Okay, you are better than me. The only certificate I have that I am illiterate. So if we read together here, it says in chapter 23, verse number 14. You know how to read?
Not Arabic.
I'm not asking you to read Arabic. Do you know how to read English?
Yep.
Okay, can you read for me?
Then we made the Nufa into a clot. Then we made a clot into a little lump of flesh. We made out of that little lump of flesh bones. Then we clothed the bones with flesh. And then we brought it forth as another creation. So blessed be Allah, the best of creators.
Uh-huh. How many mistakes we have in this miracle?
I don't know. I'm not a biologist. Couldn't tell you.
You don't, in your high school, you did not become a doctor in high school?
No.
So according to your God, the sperm became dead blood. Is that what science teach?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't
I
know.
have a personal question for you. Have you ever masturbated?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to do this. You masturbate, leave it in the counter for like a day or two. And second day you come, you will find that your sperm became a blood. Is that true?
I mean, I feel like this has to have like a rebuttal to it, man.
What battle? What?
Like
What? Listen. I have a
that
cousin. Hold
was
on.
have a
I have a
rebuttal.
cousin. He is very dirty. He masturbated and he left his sperm on the table. He went vacation for 9 months. He came back. He found a baby on the table. Brother, because the sperm become a dead blood, and then the blood grow very big, and then become a lump, and then the lump become a flesh of bones, and then Allah close the bones with the flesh. Is that true? Like you are in the stage, you are a bone, and then God He close you. You are just
Like I said,
bone.
Dawas have responses to all these arguments. Like
Ah,
it's
they
not really.
responded. Why bring them here? Why you don't bring them here? The one who respond to those arguments.
I'm not a Dawa. I'm not an expert in Islam. I'm just like an inquirer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like I said, for the Co-19 thing, you'd have to watch the entire documentary to
Oh,
understand
okay.
it and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
debunk
You
it.
keep repeating the same stupid thing. I answered you. The whole numbers is wrong. The whole numbers is
No,
false.
it actually predicted when Rashad would actually find out the prophecy in, I believe, 1974, 1978, in the
Amazing.
actual chapter 74 of the Quran.
Amazing. True story. True
And
story.
no, it is. It literally is. And the chances of this happening by accident are 1 in 7 quadrillion. They calculated that in the
You
documentary.
really?
You'd have to debunk the entire documentary.
Okay. Well, I debunked the all.
You debunked maybe you debunked one verse, but that doesn't
No,
count as the
because you
whole
see,
documentary.
I don't know how smart you are. If I debunk one verse, that means the whole numbers are wrong because they are
That's not
connected.
what that means.
If you take one of them off, the whole thing is collapsing because they are connected. Look, this is an Islamic website. It's called Hurras al-Aqidah. Hurras, the guardian of faith in Islam. And they are laughing at the so-called miracle.
I can't read Arabic. What are they saying?
I can give you the link. You can use Google Translation, no problem.
You said they're making fun of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Let me translate the whole page. Actually, hold on. Give me a second.
There is great confusion in this statement. For example, what was said about the number of letters in the Basmala, and that it is 19, and this is not the case. In the above statement the sum of the letters of in the name of God, most gracious, most merciful 3466.
So here, even is they are saying that even the first verse he mentioned is a lie, and then they mention the same as I explain always, and then they continue and the rest, and this is the highest Islamic authority in Egypt, said that this is absolutely false, and all of it is a fabrication and have no value. Right.
Here, I'm gonna post the link in the.
Al-Azhar rejected this idea completely. The Islamic Research Academy announced in its last session on Thursday, June 13, 1428 AH, corresponding to June 28, 2007, its absolute rejection of the issue of the Quranic code. Regarding the reason for rejecting this program, Dr. Abdelmoudi Bayoumi, a member of the Islamic Research Academy, said that the digital code program is not compatible with the Holy Quran, and because all of its provisions have been mentioned by suspicious trends before, such as the sanctification of the number 19, and the camel calculation on which the program depends is a vanished heritage in Islam, and has no value.
Have no value. It's just a joke. So those things are good for the ignorant, and we are not the ignorant, my friend. It's you. Anything else you have for me about Islam beside the fictional miracle in the Quran?
Well, I just believe that it's the final revelation, because why else would your God, Yahweh, allow it to exist in the first place if
Well,
it
my
wasn't
God, He allowed
meant?
My God, He allowed donkeys like you to exist too. Does that mean that God, He liked donkeys? You know, God, He let everybody live.
Well,
Snake, Satan is exist. My God, He allows Satan. So what does that have to do with this?
I have issues with the
Okay,
Trinity as
I will
well,
use your logic. I will use your logic.
in
I
the
will use
hypostatic
listen.
union.
Listen, I will use your logic. So if Allah allowed Islam to be sorry, God allowed Islam to exist, is the proof that Islam is true. Well, we the Christians are the majority of mankind. That means we must be the true. I'm using your logic. If God allowed us to be the
No, but
majority of believers in the world, that means we must be the true belief then. I'm using your logic.
like, no, I mean, your God allowing that many people to be deceived, unless it is like a final revelation of truth.
First of all, my God, He said that the sun will rise above the bad and the good. So, because this is why we have Judgment Day. We have Judgment Day to judge those who deserve to go to hell, like you, and people who
Like
deserve to
me,
go to heaven.
I haven't done anything wrong.
You did. You just said Allah is God.
I'm just a truth seeker, and Allah is the same God. The Muslims believe in the same God that you do.
No, we don't. Our God is a spirit. Your God is not. Is your God is a spirit?
I believe so, and
No.
I have
You
issues
can
with the
go right
Trinity.
now. You can go right now. Search in Google. Is Allah is a spirit? You will see the answer is no.
Okay, I'll do that, but
Okay, do it.
I have
Do it.
issues with the Trinity. I have issues
Do
with
it
the
right now.
Trinity,
Do it right now. No, no.
hypostatic
I
union.
want you to do it right now and give me the answer. Is Allah is a spirit? Do it right now.
It said the spirit or souls is not one of the attributes of Allah, whether it is the things that have been created by Allah.
See, you are believing in the wrong God. Then you think that Allah is a spirit, but He's not. You don't know anything about Allah. So why you believe in Allah? A simple thing about your God you do not know. He is not a spirit. Okay, if Allah is not a spirit, so what He is?
Your God is not just a spirit.
No,
It's
my
a
God is a
father and a
spirit. No,
son.
my God is a spirit. My God,
It's a father and a
my
son.
God
It's a
is a
father and
spirit.
a son.
My friend, my God is a spirit.
Yeah, but it's also a father and a son. It's three in
It
one.
doesn't matter. Still, He's a spirit. Even when Jesus He was crucified,
One of the
even when Jesus was crucified, the Bible says He was alive by spirit. So my God is a spirit. When Jesus He said, "I will send you the Comforter." Who is the Comforter?
we say he was
Spirit.
taken up.
So listen, listen,
We
listen.
say he
So
was
now,
taken up.
listen. We confirm that in my belief, God is a spirit, and your belief, God is not a spirit. So who is Allah?
The creator of the universe.
First, this is a lie, because as you see in your Quran, it says Allah is the best of the creators.
Yeah, that all that could mean is that, like, people can create too. Allah is better
No,
than
the
them, so Allah is the
creators, we are
best of all
talking about
creators.
creating babies. The verse talking about creating babies. So when I say He is the best of the creators, that means He is the best of those
Hey,
who create babies.
do women not create babies as well?
No, women, they cannot, neither man. We can reproduce, but we are not the creators, for we are ourselves created. So God who created us, He gave us ability to reproduce, not to create. We don't create. We cannot create. And as you see here, you
It just
see,
seems like a semantics
you
issue.
Muslims are polytheists. You are pagan. You kiss a black stone. You believe that there's many creators. We don't
This
believe
just
in one
seems like
God.
a semantics issue. I mean, the multiple creators thing, that just seems like a semantics issue. You know what
What
semantics
semantic?
means?
Hold on. Okay, according to the Quran, if there's many creators or only one creator.
There's only one creator, Allah.
So when Allah He says He is the best of the creators, is He lying?
No, because he is the best of everything that to create. Like, an artist is a creator. Allah is better than them.
But isn't it you Muslims says we cannot compare God to a human?
Yeah, yeah, obviously, because God is better. Allah is the best of all creators. He's the best.
Okay, a rat, he create a nest. Is Allah the best of the rats?
Allah is better than the rats. He's a better
No, no,
creator
no.
than
You
rat.
see, you just said better, correct? That means
Yeah.
the rat is good, Allah is better. He's a rat. Because in order to compare between this and that, they have to be from the same kind. I cannot compare between two, they have no connection. Can I compare between a rock and a bird? No, because the rock is a rock, the bird is a, but I can compare between two birds. I can't compare between a wolf and a dog because they are from the same family. So if Allah is the best of the creators, that means whoever is a creator, he is from the same family of Allah. All of them, they are creators, and Allah is the best between them. That means Allah is not unique. The only unique about him, he is the best according to him. Who said so? There's no proof. I can say now, I am the best of the creators. People will say to me, we created what? They will laugh at me. But I will insist, no, I am. I am the best of the creators. Why you are the best of the creator? Well, because I am the best of the creators. I insist. So there is no proof that Allah can create anything. And the top of that, when Allah he compare himself to other groups, he must be one of them. If I say I'm the best of the student, that means I'm a student. We cannot say this student is the best of the teachers, for he's a student. So we have to be from the same kind. We have to be from the same family, so we can compare between two.
Okay, but you say your God is a spirit. So how can you compare a spirit to everything else? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm not comparing the spirit to anything else. Did I? It's you. It's you who said that Allah is the best of the creators. Did we Christians say that Jesus is the best of the creators? We don't say that.
Okay, but how can
What the
God
Bible, what
be
the Bible says, that everything created by Him and for Him, everything by Him, for Him. There's no other creators. Here we have a problem. In the top of that, hold on. In the top of that, this God, He say, we made. Who is we?
We, maybe the angels in heaven, Elohim.
If this is the case, that means Allah is not the only creator.
He even in the Old Testament, you have Elohim.
No problem. You see, we Christian, we believe. See, in Christianity, there's not a problem because we believe in Trinity. So if God says us or say we, well, He, the God He says that He is more than one individual. He's one God, but like in English we use the word person. In Arabic we use the word aqnum or aqanim. So God in the Bible, He can say we. If your God say we, either it's a true we or it's a fake we. You said maybe the angels. That means the angels are Allah too. They are gods. Because when I say we, and I mean me and the angels, that means we are the same group. And we are the one who created things as according to you. So Allah is just one of the angels. He's not God. You are like Jehovah.
He could still be.
You are like Jehovah's Witnesses. Huh?
No, he could still be the supreme, like, he could be at the top of the hierarchy in heaven.
What higher, what lower, my friend? Either he is the creator or not. So we have a creators, and the Muslim, I will give you the better answer. The Muslim, they say that when Allah he say we, he meant that He's majestic, more respect. But look what happened. The God of Islam, he don't like to be called I. He like to be called we, for this will give him more respect. So the God of Islam, he don't like himself to be one person. So he fabricate multi-person by words, in order to feel better. So your God himself, he don't like himself to be one. So he decided to use fake we to give himself fake respect.
Like I said, this could just be a semantics issue again.
It could be, but this is not the case. Can you search right now in Google and tell me why Allah he used we? Go ahead, type it. Why Allah he
Why
used
Allah
we?
can't what?
Why Allah in the Quran used the word we? Search and tell me the answer.
To connote divine majesty.
See? So Allah,
Hold on,
in order to make himself...
I gotta go.
Okay, you go.
I gotta go.
No problem.
Take care.
You got to go. The bathroom is here. So guys, you got to go. So Allah, to be a divine majesty, he called himself we. But this is what the King Abdullah and the King Hussein in Jordan say, we. What the heck is that? That means they are divine too. And Allah, he cannot be respected unless he call himself we. So Allah is not satisfied with being one. So he tried to elevate himself by using fake language. Do we have any Muhammadan? Too bad he have to go. Almost I converted to Islam. I'm just taking him, you know, like obviously he's slow. I'm just taking him slow. I mean, what I can say, turtle. By the way, Muslim, is that true that the turtle is a Muslim? Any Abdul? According to the Quran, everything is a Muslim. Even animals, they have Quran. According to Muslims, even monkeys, they practice Sharia law, which is true. When I was in the jungle, I saw monkeys throwing rocks. I could not understand why. But then, when I listened to the wisdom Prophet Muhammad, I learned. During the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, I saw a she-monkey surrounded by a number of monkeys. They were all stoning it. That's deep. Because it had committed illegal sexual intercourse. You filthy monkey. You filthy son of muta. You filthy whore monkey. You are sleeping around. You have no shame. What happened to the hijab? Huh? You disobey Allah. You can do muta. Like, did he pay you a banana in return of sex? Exchange of sex? No. Do you have contract, banana contract? No. According to the story, actually, if I show you the real reference, here just is like a little reference about the story, but the story is way long. That this is a female monkey. She is married to Mr. Chimpanzee. He put his head over her arm. He's snoring. And then a handsome monkey come from behind the tree. The female monkey, she could not resist his banana. Don't take me wrong, I'm talking about banana now. So she noticed that his banana is better than the banana of her husband. So she decided to go behind the tree and have sex with the sexy chimpanzee. However, she had finished sex, nobody saw him. There's no witnesses, brother. But when she came back, she inserted her hand under the head of her husband, Mr. Joe Biden chimpanzee. But the husband, he woke up. He starts sniffing. He sniffed a smell of semen. Big mistake. She did not wash before she come back to bed. He sniffed her vagina and he starts screaming, Allahu Akbar, and all the monkeys from around the town, they came and they start investigating the vagina and they start sniffing her vagina. Yes, brother, this is a semen. This is not your semen. Smith again. This is not your semen. Okay. No, I did not my semen because I did not have sex with the vagina. I did not even since a week ago. So then they decide that she was fornicating. And then all the monkeys, they gather and they shout Allahu Akbar in the language of chimpanzee, which is, you can hear it from Kamala Harris every day, and Joe Biden. And then they decide Sharia law to stone her. And may Allah have mercy in her soul, she was stoned to death. By the way, Muslims, where is the male? You arrested the female only? What happened to the male? Is he free? He's doing more chimpanzee, huh? True story. Brother, this is true story. Even monkeys are Muslims. What is left? Do we have any Muslim who believes chimpanzees are Muslims as Muhammad? Yeah, at that time, there is no four witnesses. This is new. The four witnesses, something happened when Muhammad's wife was accused of having sex with the guy, his name is Safwan. So Muhammad, he changed the law from 2 witnesses to 4 witnesses. But in the case of monkeys, look like it's hard to find 4 witnesses because everybody, as you know, eat banana. I mean, you know what happened when monkeys see banana? Nobody look what is going around. Okay, we have Cairo. He's coming to join us. He's a Muslim. Okay, come on, Cairo. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Good morning.
Good evening.
Okay. I wanna ask you one question.
Make them 2. Why you are being cheap?
That's possible, not problem.
Okay, that's very good. So give me the first question.
I wanna bet with you if you accept.
You want to debate with me if I accept? I reject from the beginning.
I want to bet.
Don't you know that betting is haram?
Is it important for you?
Do you want to bet that betting is haram?
No, it is important for you?
Important for me what? To bet?
No, haram is important for you?
It's important for you, not for me.
And so I decided why you ask me.
All right, okay. So go ahead. As long you don't care for haram or not haram. All right, go ahead.
No, I asked you. I want to bet with you and you accept it or not. I don't know.
My friend, I accept without even the conditions. Just go ahead. Don't make a drama.
Okay. But I said the bet. You know the bet?
Yeah, the bet is if you lose, you open your camera and you make the monkey dance. If I lose, I will do the monkey dance. What do you think?
I offer you if you accept, okay. If you lost the bet, okay, you give your YouTube channel, okay? Is
All
it
right.
okay for you?
Okay, okay. You have it already. I gave it to you. Go ahead.
No, I ask you. I don't know.
Oh, are we going to make? Okay, I will give you my. But what you will give me in return if I give you my YouTube? If you lose, what you will give me? Your wife?
If I lose, if I lose, I can give you money.
What I will do with your name?
No, Christian, please. You speak every day
I
about
take you.
Islam, right?
Okay, listen. If you lose, I take your wife.
I don't have a wife.
Okay, what do you have? What you can offer?
I have Christian friends. If you want, you can take them.
What do you have? I'm asking you. What do you have? So because you are asking me if you bet I will lose my channel, but what you have to give in return?
Christian Prince, you speak every day about Islam on YouTube channel, right?
Right.
And so if you lose and you trust yourself, and so if you lose, you can finish your career, I think.
Okay, you
Right?
can finish my career, no problem. But in return, what will happen to you?
If I lose, I said you. If you accept, we can decide for the money. I can offer
What
you
money?
money.
What money? I don't accept money.
And what you want? Another something? I don't have another something.
Okay, at the end of the debate, you have to say that you are a stupid donkey who do not know your religion. Do you agree?
How, words, it's not problem for me.
Okay, so do you promise me that if you could not make it, you will say that you are a stupid donkey and Muhammad is a donkey too?
Look, if I lose, I will tell you I am stupid because I lost bet.
No, I want you to say Muhammad is donkey too.
I am not Muhammad. I am
I know you are
Khalil.
not Muhammad, but okay, I mean, come on. I will lose a big channel just for your sake, man. At least give me something important. So if you could not answer, that means Muhammad could not answer. Because you get your answer from Muhammad. So if your Muhammad could not help you, then at the end of the debate, or what I'm asking you for, you admit that you are a donkey and your prophet is donkey too. That's all. Do you agree?
But Christian Prince, I will bet with you. And so if I lost, I am stupid than you. But if you
My
lost,
friend,
and so you are
I do not need to bet on that. Already you are stupid. You wasted 10 minutes of my time to tell me I want to bet. Go to the topic, man. Already you are stupid. Go ahead.
okay. Topic is Islam and Christianity.
Oh,
We
no
don't need
problem. Okay,
to.
go ahead. Just go to the topic. You keep talking about bet and bet, you know.
Okay,
If you keep talking about bet, the Shem bet will hear about you and they will send you a pager and then you will die. So don't talk about bet. The Shem bet is listening. So now go ahead with the topic.
topic. It's your topic. You speak every day about Islam and Christianity.
Are you Indonesian?
No,
Where are you from?
you speak every day. You speak every day about Islam and Christianity.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it is the topic. I don't need to say this. You speak every day
Okay,
about
hold on.
Islam and
In the front
Christianity.
of everybody, can you give me any proof that Allah is a true God? Go ahead.
Why you ask me this? I said Islam and Christianity, right?
No problem, my friend. I asked you to give me the question, you refuse. So I have to start. We cannot keep talking about you bet, I bet. So now, can you give me any proof that Allah is God? Go ahead.
Why you select the topic? Topic is Islam and Christianity.
Okay,
Why
let us
you
let us make a challenge. Can you prove to me that the God of Islam is a true God and the God of the Christians is not? Go ahead.
Christian Prince, Christians, why you don't accept? Why you don't accept when I ask you question? Why you
What is
don't?
the question? You did not give me. Okay, go. Give me the question.
Man, we speak about Islam and Christianity or not?
Okay, Islam and Christianity. Go ahead.
Okay. Then you want to speak about it, but I don't want to speak about it. I want to speak about another something.
You just said you want to talk about Islam and Christianity, and now you said you don't want to talk about it. Why?
Islam and Christianity. I want to
Yes,
speak.
yes. Go
You,
ahead. Go ahead.
but Christian Prince, now I want to, for example, 1 week later, you
What?
can share on YouTube. 1 week later, we can speak it. We can speak this topic, Islam and Christianity, and you can call your Christian friends. Also, you can call David Wood, Apostate Prophet, and God Logic, your other friends, and
Those
we can
are
see the
those are my students. I don't call them. Those are my students. Now go to the topic. Go ahead.
why you don't call them. We
I
can
don't talk
do
to
this.
them. I don't even talk to
Yes,
them. Who said to you I talk to anybody? Go ahead. What's the topic, man? Go ahead.
I want to bet together. It should be all together. It's better.
You want to bet that you are stupid? You don't know what you say?
I want to bet together. Christian Prince, God Logic, David
Just get
Wood.
out of here. You and the kids. Don't waste my time. You want to bet? I bet. And all the names you mentioned, they don't count for me. Everybody is learning from me. You are speaking to the boss, potato. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to come to the mic? Is it Turkish? Aman Rabbi Aman. Aman Rabbi Aman. Don't get married, okay? Your wife, she will say to you, honey, come to the bed. We have to make a baby. You want a bed? No, you have to invite all the friends. We cannot make baby. Yeah, honey, we have to, No. Invite. The topic is babies, versus babies. Okay, but you know what? We cannot invite babies. We have to make babies. We don't invite them. Honey Abdul? Who is a Muslim would like to join us? You want to bet? I keep asking him, okay, start the topic, man. Give me the question. You don't want to give me the question. Any Muhammadan? Anyone? Why the Jews say in the Talmud that they stoned Jesus? Well, whatever first of all, Talmud is not an authentic source even for Jews. In fact, many of the Jews don't accept the Talmud, in case you do not know. Secondly, Talmud is not a scripture, is not even a holy book. It is a collection of writing of rabbis. Stories which is fiction, stories which is false, stories which is stupid, and some they are even ugly. It's a satanic book. Any Abdul? Again, Indonesian people, soon we will start a channel for Indonesia. People from Indonesia, they can call me, even speaking their own language, and I will answer them immediately. Speak in English, but AI, my friend AI, is going to translate my words to you in Indonesian. All right, so prepare yourself, tell your friends, tell the ulama, tell those who call themselves ulama, which means supposedly scholars. In fact, they do not know anything, to bring their guns and to call me. I want to see if there is any brave from those who call themselves scholars dare to call me. And now they have no excuse, because you can call me, speak in your language, and I will answer you immediately in English, but you will hear me speaking Indonesian. It cannot be better than that, right? So inform your friends. Soon we will establish the channel. All those who are interested, I will make many channels. Korean, Indonesian, Chinese, Russian, and I will give more time to the Indonesian because Indonesia is the biggest Muslim country. Do you think that AI interpretation will work? Yes. I check it out. It's really good. Like I ask AI, translate this. Prophet Muhammad, he said, shake your penis 3 times. So the AI says, Prophet Muhammad, orang penis shako. Okay, translation was perfect. Shako, orang. All right? Yeah, so it's very perfect translation. Don't worry about it. Anyway, those who speak the language, they who speak English and Indonesian, they can confirm if the translation is perfect, but mostly it's going to be good. And you let me know which language you like me to start a channel on. So we will make a channel in many languages, like Indonesian, Chinese, Korean, Russian, maybe Japanese. The Japanese, when they talk, You feel like they are fighting, man. TikTok is more effective. No problem. You can take my videos, post them in TikTok. Go ahead. Why you have to be everywhere? You guys, you do it. Many of you here, you know, TikTok for me, I don't like it. It's just, for me, I feel it's a platform for kids. I know you will say no, it's not, but I don't like it. And I went there, you know, I made 3 videos, they blocked me. I am targeted, my friend, not like you. Right? In your case, you are not Christian Prince, so people will not focus on you. In my case, the story is different. The second they knew that this is a Christian Prince channel, they will be all over. I just posted 3 videos. Somebody's saying, can you explain chapter 60, verse number 8 and 9? This verse is abrogated, my friend. Those verses are abrogated. By which one? The first verse abrogate all the verses before it or after it. براءة يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا عدوي وعدوكم أولياء. You go to chapter 9, which is chapter of Bara. It says that Muhammad, he washed his hands from all the agreement he have with non-Muslims, including those who did not fight with him. They gave them 4 months to leave the Arabian Peninsula, all of them. If they don't leave, they will be killed all. Did I answer you? All right. Maybe I should make a Spanish channel too. And I will call it the Basura channel. The Muslim, they say the polytheists broke the peace agreement first. No. As you see here. Do you see it? It is Muhammad who broke the peace. He sent Ali with letter to the people of Mecca, saying to them, you have 4 months. They were not fighting at that time. This is why it says Bara, freedom from obligation. So who is the one who broke the agreement? Muhammad. If there is a list of abrogated verses, there is tons of lists, because Muslims themselves don't agree about what is really depend in the sect, you know. Some sect, they say they have different numbers. However, all sects agree about this. All of them agree about this one, that the Prophet, he command to kill all non-Muslims who don't, all the Arab or non-Arab who live in the Arabian Peninsula. This is why Muhammad, he says that if he become victorious, he will expel all the Christians and the Jews from the Arabian Peninsula. Do you see it? Did the Christians even fight Muhammad? No. Not a single Christian tribe they fought Muhammad in the Arabian Peninsula. Not even one. He is not saying those who fight me. He says, I will certainly expel the Jews and the Christians. So only Muslim. This is genocide. This is the first genocide, big genocide of Islam. They killed everyone who is not a Muslim in the Arabian Peninsula. No, the Spanish channel, I might call it Basura, because I will talk about Islam, so Basura, I think it fit perfectly. The first time I learned about Basura, there is a guy, Mexican guy. He come and he throw garbage in front of my, in my container. So I was waiting for him, you know. So I came to him. I said, "Hey, why you are throwing garbage here? Throw it in the front of your house." He said to me, "Basura, Basura." I said, "Listen, Mr. Basura." I thought Basura is his name. I said, "Listen, Mr. Basura, you cannot throw your garbage here. You throw it where you live. Throw your garbage there." He said, "Basura, Basura, senor." I said, "Okay, senor Basura, I get it. Why you are throwing your garbage here?" Then there's a guy was walking by. I said, "Can you translate, please, what's going on here?" So he said to me, his name is not Basura. He's saying Basura is a word mean garbage, you know. So this is the first Espanol word I learned, Basura. So the guy was throwing garbage in the front of my place and thinking that it's okay to throw that in any container for garbage, he throw it. You know, I don't know what he throwing there. Maybe there's something not legal. All right, no problem. We will open many channels. We will see. We will start with the most important ones, which is Indonesia, because Indonesia is the biggest Islamic country in the world. I will make the Indonesian ulama shish kebab. With guns, without guns, our guns is bigger. Don't you know, Muslims? Look at those guns. What the heck is this? What the heck is that? Don't show it to my cousins. Toys? Shame on you. Potato. Yeah, they are toys. Any Abdul? Who is Abdul would like to convert me to Islam?
Christian Prince,
Go ahead.
I have a question regarding the Christians of Arabia. Did they used to use the name Allah before Islam?
I believe that the Christians in the Arabian Peninsula, they have no Bible written in their language, and this is why we see in the Quran it says that Waraqa ibn Nawfal, he was translating the Aramaic. One hadith says Aramaic, other hadith says Hebrew into Arabic, which means at that time there's no Bible in Arabic. So nobody knows really for sure what the Arab in the Arabian Peninsula used to use as Arab Christians. However, there's no reason for them to use a name of a pagan god to be their god. And there is many reasons for to believe in that, because Allah is a pagan god. So why an Arab Christian exist in the time of Muhammad will use the word Allah?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking
Yeah.
you. That's why I
So
wanted to know.
so we notice that the word Allah is used only wherever Islam is exist. Only where Islam is exist, the word Allah is used. So
They most likely would have used Ilaha or Ilaha.
no, that is different word. Ilaha, this is not correct word. It is Il. It's just a word meaning God. This is not a name. Il.
No, Aramaic, Ilaha.
No, it's just that is a sound, a musical sound. It's not part of the word. Il. Il or Al. Like Daniel, Prophet Daniel, end with the word Al or letter Al, which means God. All right? So Ishmael, the old Hebrew, is not Ishmael, is Ishmael. So this is not a name. This is just a word meaning God. The Muslims, they have a name. It's a name. So when we say Elohim, Elohim is not a name. It's not. It's just Il, and make it plural word. It's Il. All right? Like when the Messiah, he will live with us and he will be called Emmanuel. Il. Il is the word God. God is with us. So this is not a name. This is just a generic word meaning God. However, Allah is used as a name for the Muslim. It's not a word meaning God. It's a name. Correct?
Yes.
So what the Christians they have il or al as a word meaning God. What the Muslim have is Allah, which means God La. So the name of the God of Islam, the word al is already exist in it, which means God. This is Aramaic word al.
So God is lah.
The name of the God is La. Allah.
Yeah, I see.
And if
And
you
Waraka
search right
ibn
now, you go
Nawfal,
search in Google, search for God La, you will find that La is the moon god. However, the God of Islam have many names. As example, Yasin. Yasin. All of those is coming from the Aramaic. So if we go to chapter 36,
and Waraka ibn Nawfal, was he a heretic? He was not. Was he a true Christian or a heretic?
we do not know much about him, but obviously he is no Christian in any mean. Chapter 36, verse number 1, it says, Ya sin. You see it?
Yasin
Yeah,
والقرآن الحكيم.
Ya is a word mean God. Ya is a word mean God. Sin is the name of the moon god.
How do you know that?
This is a historic. This is not something secret.
You research these things?
You can go right now, type in Google sin, God sin. Just type it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Same time, even the Muslims in their interpretation agree. They are confused about the word meaning. They don't know, which is again proven to be stolen from other languages. Here, you will see that the Muslim they say here that this is coming from the Syriac language. Do you see it?
There you go. Yeah, Syriac.
All right. But then if you go here to different interpretation, and I agree with it, it is Syriac.
Or Aramaic.
Here it says Yasin, God knows best what he meant by these letters. Why? Because this is a word it's foreign for them. They don't know what it's mean. So they think even it's letters, but it's not. Even in the Quran written as a one word, not as letters.
What does Ya mean? Like,
Ya is a word mean God. God.
Oh, I thought it's like Yasin, like Ya Muallim or something like. Oh,
No. Like you see, all those are coming from other languages, either Hebrew or Aramaic or Egyptian. All right?
Egyptian.
Exactly. So the meaning of it is a word God. So when you say Ya seen, you say God seen or God sin.
I see. Okay, CP, I see you have a Muslim here, so I'm gonna let you fire up your barbecue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, CP, yeah, sorry, I'm back. So I told you I'm Hindu, right?
He is not a
Just to,
Muslim. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been, listening to the conversations, so many things that I've been recently brushing up myself, and also what I wanted to talk, some of these you already touched. So just to the previous conversation, I've been paying attention to a lot of these supposedly Muslim moderate academics, not, apologists, academics who are doing research in universities and, Harvard and, different universities in Europe and so on. So this is what I heard one of the professor in one of the channels say. So Allah, we know this goddess Allah, right? They have out of the three goddesses in what is this
You are
Arabia.
speaking so
So what he
fast.
said is,
Your accent is hard for me to understand. Speaking so fast, so I'm not able to
okay,
follow.
let me repeat slowly. Sorry. So what I'm saying is I've been listening to some of the academics, like Muslim academics, for example, professors in Harvard that have Islamic studies, and also some other universities in Europe and so on.
Mhm.
And in one of the conversations yesterday, this is what this is on a Muslim channel, supposedly a moderate Muslim channel, primarily focused on academia, not really on apologetics. So if they take the example of Allah. So this guy is somebody who is a linguist and also somebody who looks at inscriptions and so on. So they were trying to find pre-Arabia history and so on. So they looked at Allah and mentioned in some of the previous texts in in Arabia, and then they found out, okay, if it is Allah, is she only by herself? They found out she has a father, so on. So what he said is Allah is just means it's a goddess, just like Allah is a god, but it was derived from a previous god that they have, the pantheon of gods. So they themselves are confirming that this is a previous god. This is more like a, top level of the god Allah, and he has these children and this, all these different things. So that's one thing I briefly wanted to touch upon, just came to my mind when I heard the previous caller. And that also brings to my point. So I see that there are a lot of, research going on in this, Islamic history and so on. And slowly you can see that seeping into the mainstream. And they're trying to, as you said, before, right, the Emirati guys. So they're trying to put this moderate version, trying to do all these things. But I think, again, like you said, if once we wait until that happens, I think it will be hard for to get this message out to, right now most of the Muslims are still ignorant, so you can easily break them, by giving some knowledge. So but if you moderate them, then it will become harder and harder. So I think there is a need for urgency in, to get this message out. And you were mentioning about some channels, right? So as you know, Indonesia is currently the biggest one, but the second biggest or soon to be biggest is between Pakistan and India. So they both are like use the same language. Most of the Muslims there, it's called Urdu. So there is already some people there who is working in that. So I don't know if you know Adam Seeker. He's currently a Christian. He used to be Muslim. Are you
Okay,
familiar with that name?
sure.
So yeah, he's doing that. But I think, again, I think, if he can do this your language translation and so on, I think that would be helpful to that Urdu language.
Yeah, usually we don't we don't focus on those things because those need academic studies of languages, which most of people they don't have. And going back to history, even history cannot provide us much about the origin of them.
No. They are doing a lot of excavations, and so far he said that they found
No,
about
I
600
believe
inscriptions.
I believe whatever
Yeah.
they find. You see, all of history is relative to a find, not necessarily to what it is. As an example, if I find that, let us say, 2,000 years from now, I decide to dig in the history of now, and then I found an article about Allah written by somebody, his name is Fifi, in the internet, and he is a Muslim. So I can take what Fifi said to be granted for information, or I can say, well, this is just a find. So if we find something before, doesn't mean this is what it is, because people believe in something mostly without even understanding where it's coming from. To make it simple for you, like there's stories about the first one who brought idols to the Kaaba.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there
the
is
Christians,
they talked about
the
that too.
Christians, they kicked out those who make idols from around Jerusalem. They kicked them out. Those people, they made a bazaar out in the border of the Arabian Peninsula. An Arab man, he saw them, he took the first idol and he brought it to the Kaaba. But he himself did not know much about this idol. He did not know why it's called this way. He did not know why it's worship. Or what he knew, he liked it. So now the Arab who took their God from this guy are ignorant, the same as the same guy. Why? Because he himself did not know why he brought the idol and why the idol become a god for him. He just saw it.
Yeah.
He saw people worshiping it. He carried it. He bought it. He brought it to Mecca. And this is just to tell you that people, they can worship God without knowing what this God is about. So can we take what they are saying as a source of the origin of it? No, because they themselves, they are just copying someone else. So in order to trace this God, you have to go to the one who is the origin of it, and it's very hard to know, because as I said, even the one you think he is the origin, it might be he is just copying someone else. So going back in history is very hard, because it's based on find, and find can be limited and can be deceiving. As an example, the temple of Al-Maqqa in Yemen. Let me put it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm
This
familiar.
this
A lot
temple,
of Makkahs in Arabia, and they destroyed a lot of of those.
I don't understand you. You're like speaking inside your chest. Can you speak louder? So what you say?
I'm saying I'm familiar that there used to be a lot of Kaabas everywhere in Arabia, and they destroyed all of them.
This is not
Most of
this
them
is not
were
my
having
point.
them.
The scientists,
Yeah.
the one you call them scientists, they were
Mm.
saying for centuries, if we can say, that the temple of Al-Makkah is the temple of the sun god.
Mm-hmm.
So all this time they were teaching in university, there's books, there is scholars, there is etc. They confirm that this is the moon god temple. Sorry, the sun god. Then, not long ago, they discovered that this is false, because they were able to open the coding of this temple or the language, and they confirmed that this is the moon god temple. So what it was a fact, scientific fact 4 years ago, it turned to be false. You know what I mean? So
Right. I mean, those
based
things
on a
happen in
find,
science when they have new
based on
evidence.
their
When they
find,
have new evidence, they change. Yeah.
based on the previous find, they thought this is the sun god temple. But then there's a new find, they feed the old find. It changed it. That's why I say history is very, seeking those information. There's nothing to confirm, The only thing we can confirm is languages,
Yeah.
But the rest is hard to go back to the root. Who is the first one who come with this religion? Nobody knows. Nobody
Right.
knows.
So
Yeah.
one more point is, you guys in the first call you talked about these things, and which is this prophet has ellipticity or whatnot, right? So my name, as you see, my handle is Abdullah Gondal. He's actually a neuroscientist. He's actually a jihadi. He used to be a jihadi in Pakistan. He came to Canada to study as neuroscience, and then he left the religion. And since then, he's been doing this research. He has a whole thing out as to prove that with all proofs he's challenging all the academics, and he reached out to a lot of people in his field from Muslims, right? That he has epilepsy, and that's why he has all these things, and there is no way to refute it. The evidence is overwhelming. So that's one thing, that's one of the reasons why I'm actually
Again, my
a big
friend,
fan of him.
you can bring me 10,000 studies. I believe at the end of the day, all of them, they might be false and they might be true, because it's very, very difficult to confirm those studies. Science of history is very flexible, and usually even history written by agenda, which means I'm writing a book against Islam. So in my agenda is to expose Islam. So I focus on finding what will make Islam pagan. A Muslim, because he's a Muslim, he will focus in his study. Both of us are doing study. But in his study, he will focus to find that Christianity is origin of it is pagan. So all is relative, but the truth mostly is lost. Mostly is lost. However, we can confirm that the Kaaba have stones taken from the temple of Al-Makkah.
Okay.
We can confirm that Muhammad, he kissed the black stone and he believed it erased sin. We can confirm that he said touching the black stones or the stones from the temple of Al-Makkah erase your sin. So we can confirm the relationship between this and that. That is confirmed. It's a practice until now the Muslims they do. Until now they believe. The rest, so-called history, is very flexible, and
Yeah.
nobody can really confirm it.
Yeah. So one more thing, you talked about ellipse at sea, and also you talk about, this Muhammad birth, like, that's also one thing Abdullah Gondal came to learn from him, like these 4 years between his father and so on. There are different, versions, whether it is 1 year or 4 year and so on. But one more thing he mentioned, is
My
this, right?
friend, my friend, you are telling me
Sec
about this guy, what he mentioned. Who care who is he? I believe that a person who don't speak even the language of the Arab is the last one to find what the Arab
yeah,
believe. Do he speak Arabic?
he learned, yes, yeah.
Is he fluent?
I mean, I'm not fluent myself,
Okay.
so I
In
just,
order for me, just to make it simple for you, in order for me to be a scholar in history, and that goes for everybody, I have to know the language of those areas, including Aramaic, Hebrew, and Arabic, at least, not to mention to go back to the Akkadi language, Chaldean language, the ancient Aramaic. So history is very much connected to know many languages. Not a guy who go and he search from libraries and then he put just things together and suddenly he became historian. So I say to you that all the history is written about history is not historic.
yeah, it's
It's
not
not.
only history. He's actually taking from hadiths and all these
I
things
know, I
also
know.
from Muslim
But my friend,
sources.
my friend,
And
all of those, for me, I believe all our conversation now is a waste of time because we did not hit the head of the snake. We are just talking about fictions. It can be true, it can be false. We need to focus on
one,
what is true. What is it true that Muhammad kisses stones? What is it
yeah,
true that Muslims go around stones? They pray in front of stones. What is true that the Muslim believe stones touching them erase their sin? The rest is not important. I'm not a historian, and this is not the way to defeat Islam. Because how many of the Muslims, who they are more than a billion, they will even read your book about the history of Islam? Nobody will read it. It's not going to be allowed even to be published there. So there is some studies can be called academic, and this is a study can be, let us say, good for a certain group of people. They are minority, very small minority. People who they are specialists, they have a very high education in languages. Those they can make those studies. However, even those studies can be manipulated, they can be false, and they can be done falsely in purpose of making money. As an example, when a guy he made a book, it's called the top 100 influencer in the world. He put Muhammad in the top. His book became number one book for sale in the world. But is it true? It's false.
yeah.
So we can take this guy as a historian. We can say he's a historian, studying history, studying social movement, studying social react and impact. And he have degrees, he have a professor, he is an author, etc. So all of those are just a joke. They don't count for me. What make Muhammad a prophet is not there. Is not history.
So what?
Is not
Yeah,
history would defeat Muhammad. Is
yeah.
not.
One thing I don't know if you already talked before, but I haven't heard, is there is this sexual abuse that Muhammad had as a child. In other words, his uncle, what's his name, Ali's father, right, Abu Talib, right? So there are some what do you call this? Uh, some hadiths that that clearly mentions this, Sahih hadith that mentions this, saying that he
Yeah,
clearly he
those
asked him
this
to
why I
come to
say
bed without
those
clothes.
things,
Yeah,
things Muslim cannot deny is
yeah,
useful. Things which is can be totally rejected. Like somebody will write a book says Jesus never exists, and he's a historian.
yeah,
Okay, we laugh, right? But
yeah,
somebody like Robert Spencer, he said he made a book that Muhammad never exists. Muslim they laugh,
yeah, yeah,
regardless if it's true or not. So if you
yeah,
want the Muslim to listen to you, you don't want to talk to yourself, then give them something they believe and
yeah,
defeat them in their belief, not in your fictions or in your theory.
yeah.
All
Did you
right?
touch on this topic, like this sexual abuse by Abu Talib to Muhammad
Even this
before?
one, even this one does not make Muhammad a bad person. Because if somebody abuse a child sexually, how that will make Muhammad a bad person?
So the thing is, he's trying to make a profile where it says he is abused as a child because he's an orphan.
My friend,
Then he
you
has
see,
this
see,
epilepsy.
all of this is agenda and propaganda. Because a child who is being abused sexually, he is a victim. And then we
Right,
try
right.
to
But
build,
let me finish. Yeah, let me finish.
no, we try to build a theory just because we don't like Muhammad. We want to make Muhammad look ugly. There's no need for that, regardless if the story is true or not. At the end of the day, if he is a child and he was abused, that will make him a victim, does not make him a bad person. But we have very important thing, Muhammad, that he himself is a child abuser. So who cared about
Yeah,
Muhammad being abused when he was a kid? How that will make him bad?
yeah. The thing is, you take that and then you put this epilepsy, which is he has this mental condition.
Even the
So that's why
epilepsy
he's
does
having
not
all
make
this.
Muhammad bad, my friend. When we mention Muhammad have epilepsy, we are not saying Muhammad is being bad. Because if a person have epilepsy does not make him bad. It's a disease, can happen to you, can happen to me. What does have to do with
Right,
being
but
bad? Or no,
but that
you are
makes him
taking it, you are
hallucinate.
taking things from the wrong corners. When we speak about the epilepsy of Muhammad, we are describing what he suffered from, his mental illness. All right, what he
Right.
is struggling from, not he is bad or he is good.
No,
And
no,
the,
no, no. Because of that, he has hallucinations, and that what he thought is, all
yeah,
this
that's a good
hearing
point.
from
That's a
God and
good
all
point.
that.
But the rest of the point you are mentioning, this guy is saying, for me, does not make Muhammad good or bad. In fact, you feel bad for him then. If he was sexually abused when he was a kid, then I have to stand and defend Muhammad, for he was a victim of sexual abuse.
No,
So,
yeah, the point he's driving here is this, because all of the Quran, what talking about God, him talking about God and all that, he's saying that this is all hallucinations because of these things, all these his
my
experiences
friend,
in the
my
past.
friend, even this is more funny. So, is Muhammad now hallucinating or he is a false prophet?
I mean, both. I mean, if he's hallucinating, he's not a
Okay,
prophet.
so if he is a person who he think he see things, that means Muhammad is not lying. This is what he imagined. He's not a liar. He is just saying what he see. If Muhammad is a false prophet, is different story, because false prophet is a person who he knew is false. So I'm asking you, do Muhammad he was lying or he was just hallucinating? You said both, right?
I mean, yeah, it could be both too. So he's hallucinating,
Yeah.
and then once he
But why
hallucinate, to
why
build
we want
on
to
that,
waste our time and our conversation now? All of it is a waste. If all what we need is to prove that the Quran is false, who care if Muhammad was hallucinating or not? Who care if Muhammad was sexually abused or not? Who care, who care, who care? What we care for, the Quran in front of us is a joke. So let us laugh at the Quran. So all those studies are just a joke. They don't help anyone. Because Muslim, they can refute them too. They can come to you and say, this is not true. Or this hadith is false. This story is fabricated. This thing is not to exist. But we have the Quran. The Muslim agree upon it. So if you want to fight Islam, don't go and do what you are saying now, for nobody will listen to you. You need,
right,
if you want somebody to leave his religion, you need to debate him in what he believe, not what you believe. What you are talking about is what you believe, not what he believe. There is no Muslim believe that Muhammad have epilepsy. There is no Muslim believe that Muhammad been sexually abused. There is no Muslim believe that Muhammad was hallucinating. So you are not debating them now. You are debating yourself. You are just making an argument, and you convince yourself with the argument, and you won the argument. This is what the Muslims do. So you want to win the argument. You bring to them the most they believe, the most they trust, and then you debunk it, and then you are the winner. All right?
okay. So one last thing before. So they, you talked about Muhammad conquering for no reason and all those things, right? Even if people refute that, how do they explain them conquering Egypt and all these places? They never pay, like they never did anything to Arabia or whatnot, right?
All right. Okay,
So
my friend.
that
All right. Thank you. We have
all right.
somebody
Thank you.
else
That's
waiting.
all I have.
Thank you for
Yeah,
joining us.
that's all. Thank you.
All right. Truth. Go ahead.
Hello, brother. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, thank you. I just have a quick question about this hadith. Let me send it in the chat.
All right.
Okay. Here's the one.
Mishkat al-Misbah, okay.
Yeah, and it says here that Aisha, she said that Muhammad said to Aisha that babies can go to hell in Islam. This is what it says in this hadith.
Yeah, and what is your question?
Is this a contradiction? Because from what I was aware, that children could not go to hell in Islam, right?
Where you know that?
From, I think, Ibn Kathir, he said that they can't go to hell in Islam.
Well, Ibn Kathir, first of all, you see, Ibn Kathir is just a Muslim cleric trying to defend Islam. He's like a YouTuber in his time. He's an idiot. However, Muhammad, he confirmed, because Muslims believe in destiny. Correct?
Yes. Yep.
And as long as they believe in destiny, then destiny means that before you are born, the God, he decides where you will go. Correct?
Yeah, and then they tell you, oh, there's some Muslims that will try to lie and they'll say, oh, there's still free will in Islam, even though there's predestination. Of course, they're lying, but
no, there is
this
no free
hadith-
will. There is no Muslim will say there's a free will. This is a lie, because the Quran and the Hadith is so clear. So I advise you not to use the word contradiction when you speak about Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir is nobody. He's like a YouTuber in his time trying to refute the Christians in the time, in his time, in Syria. He have a lot of poo-poo, and the Muslims, they make a big mistake actually when they say, let us say what Ibn Kathir is saying. But the second we show them what Ibn Kathir says, they start regretting, and they say, as I told you, well, he is just a human, he make mistakes, So don't go by that, go what Muhammad said. The important here, that according to Islam, is not what you do will make you go to heaven or to hell, is Allah's decision for you before he created you. Which means all the idea of being a believer or disbeliever is stupid, because simply, if you are a believer, you did not believe, it's Allah's decision for you to be a believer or to go to heaven, or to be a disbeliever and you go to hell. So Islam is invalid because the idea of me believing to be saved does not exist. And that will be a contradiction for what the Quran is saying, because the Quran says those who believe, okay, they will go to heaven, they will have guardians. But then we find that those who believe, they did not believe. In fact, they've been forced to believe before they are created. So in chapter 2, verse number 25 says, give a glad tidings to those who believe and do righteousness and good deeds. Okay, why? Because they will go to heaven. Okay, wonderful. So based on this verse, if you believe and you do righteousness and you do good deed, you are going to have a garden. Wonderful. But based on what the Quran is saying in different verses and the Hadith, all of this is written for you before he was created. So what the point? Which means you did not do good deeds. It was Allah decide for you to do what to do, and you do it. You did not do righteousness. It was Allah's decision, or even doing bad. So bad or good is a decision made by Allah. And that is a contradiction for the Quran in many places. So how I will go if I do good deed to heaven? But then you say to me, it is Allah decide what deed I will do before I was created. So if we go in the hadith here, we will find that when you are a semen, not even a baby yet, Allah, he sent an angel inside the mother belly or her womb, depend in the hadith what it says. And then this angel, he asked Allah to write down his deed. He will be bad or good. All those hadith are saying the same, all of them. So and then this person, he will do as Allah decide for him to do. So where is the free will? And what do you mean if you believe? So simply there is no belief in Islam. This is why the idea of believing or disbelieving in Islam is a stupid idea, for belief does not exist. If we read here the hadith that Muhammad, he says that when you are created as a human, gathered in the form of semen in the womb of your mother for 40 days, which is a big fat lie because, semen cannot even live more than 5 days maximum. Then it become a clinging thing. In fact, it says alaqa, which means dead blood, for a similar period, and then become a lump and the flesh like that for a similar period. And then Allah, He sent the angels who breathe life into it. So until now, you have no life on you. Allah
And it says,
is not even the one who created you. It's the angel. For the angel is the one who breathed life to you. And then the angel is commanded to record 4 things: his provision, the term of life in the world, his conduct, and whether he will be happy or miserable. So what is left? Right?
yeah, so this is the one you're talking about, Riyad as Salihin 396.
This hadith is written in many places.
Yeah, many narrations. Yeah, there's many
Yeah.
narrations of this.
But here, this is destroy the idea of believing to be saved in Islam, because it doesn't matter who you are, Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu. Allah wrote for you in your mother womb what you will be.
So what's the point of the religion if you can't
Nothing, because it's a predestiny. There's nothing. It's a
So
predestiny.
Allah, he created you to go to hell,
Yeah,
basically.
and not only that. Look, Muhammad here, he said, and even he swear, he says, by the one beside whom there is no God, verily one of you would perform action of doer of Jannah, which mean heaven, until there is only one cubit between him and Jannah, and then what is foreordained would come to pass. You see it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm reading it.
And then what will happen? Then he performed the action of people on made of hell, and he enter hell. So what the point? There's no point.
So Allah, he created people to go to hell or to go to heaven. No one has any choice.
Exactly. Other
he's
hadith about Adam, I don't know if you know it, that Allah, he hit the shoulder of Adam, his right shoulder, and the white people came from there, and he said, you go to heaven and I don't care. And he hit the left shoulder of Adam, and the black people come from there, and he said, you go to hell and I don't care. Yeah. So it's all about destiny, and this is why you believe or you don't believe in Islam is a stupid idea, because belief is not important. It's what Allah foreordained for you. The one he was thinking he will go to heaven, he might go to hell, as you see. And the other side, he says, continuing, the one who performed the action of people of hell, until there's one cubit between him and hell, almost there, then he would perform the act of deliver of Jannah, and he entered. Why he performed that? Because what Allah foreordained for him. So at the end of the day, it's what Allah foreordained. It's not what you do.
What do you think? I think like Allah is lonely, like he needs some friends. That's why he created people.
There is a guy a long time ago, you remind me of him. He used to call himself the sword of Allah. I don't know if anyone remember him. He called me, and he debated me a few times, and then he called me back. He left Islam. He says exactly what you are saying. He said, like, my God, this God Allah looked like he was lonely and looking for a game to play. You can search the video and you can watch it. Yeah,
Allah is bored.
Yeah, he's bored. Yeah, exactly. He's playing games, like this is why the baby, he might go to hell. In the Bible is the opposite. Jesus said, if you don't become like the little ones, you will not enter the kingdom of my Father. So the little ones is granted to go to heaven.
In Islam, even baby can go.
Yeah, because destiny. It's destiny. It doesn't matter, And here, by the way, when Muhammad, he says, Allah, he write for you your deed. This is stupid, because what deed a baby would do?
Yeah, I mean, he can die. He can die in 10 days.
Yeah, if I am a baby, if I die a year after my birth, what exactly my deed? The bad deed and the good deed. Like I used to do poo-poo in the diaper. That is the bad deed. Even this one is fertilizer.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
Yeah, Islam is just a stupid cult, It's
It's a joke.
endless stupidity, and the Muslim, they try to fix it wherever they go. It cannot be fixed.
It is a joke. It's a joke. Complete joke.
Yeah. All
Thank you
right.
guys. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you. Do we have any Muslim? Today we have only one Muslim, but he have to go. Actually, we have two. The other one, he wanna bet with me. He wanna bet me. Do you wanna bet? Hey, welcome, my friend from Utah. How is Utah? Is it cold now? Must be cold. Do we have any Muhammadan? Any smart Muhammadan? I want to go to heaven of Allah, man. Me. All my life is my dream to have women where her butt is 1 mile. I hate small butt. 1 mile butt, that's my dream. Imagine, guys, we go and do hiking in the top of my wife's butt. And I will bet with you who can climb it. It's so smooth. Remember, it take Allah 1,000 years to smooth her skin. I mean, imagine how slow he is. These days they have a machine can make the marble so smooth in 2 seconds. Allah will take him 1,000 years to smooth the butt of a Muslim woman. 1,000 years. Why? She's alligator. I mean, you Muslims, you say Allah, if you want something to happen, he say be is going to be. Can't he say be smooth? I mean, why he make it complicated? He make it so bad, and then he want to send it. I love Islam, brother. I love Islam. It's so good. It's so good. Scientifically true and accurate. And it makes sense. And if your wife butt is 1 mile, what and how big is her poo-poo? And what if she is farted? Are we going to declare genocide? Do you know that methanol can be flammable? How many people will be burned alive if somebody smoking cigarette behind her ass? Muhammad, you have a great imagination. Endless penis, 1 mile butt. All right, all right. Any Abdul? And then they go to those Western and they say, brother, Islam is amazing. Scientific miracle. The Quran is full of science. Any Muslim want to show us the science of Islam? Anything? Where is the Muslims today? Anyone? What happened? Why there's no Abdul today? Hold on, maybe there is some porn station open? I mean, this is the only thing keep them busy. What they are watching? You know, when I was in the Middle East, suddenly everybody is in the roof. What happening? Why everybody changing the direction of satellite? The whole city, man. The whole city is on the roof. And then afternoon, I was a teenage. I went in the, walking with kids in my age. They told me, did you change the satellite direction? I said, why? They said, all the porn stations, they switched their direction. You cannot watch them no more. I said, really? And now I know the Hajji, the sheikh next door, he was shouting to his son, is it coming now? Do you see it? You know, like from the top of the roof. You know, in the Middle East, we have concrete roofs, not like in America. So, do you see it? You know, yeah, to the left, to the right. Stop. You know? The whole city on the roof. And right away, if you go in the roof, you will see right away who's watching porn. Because the stations where the porn stations are located is in a certain direction. The whole town, man, everybody is believer. And Friday, they are dressing white. And man, those porn stations, they cause the biggest massive divorce in the Middle East. A Middle Eastern guy, he go to the bedroom, he look at his wife, oh God, look what I have. He opened the TV, he saw those girls. Oh boy, this is the girls I want. And then every family have a divorce. The power of Android tits. Any Abdul? Like I said, CP need a wife. You are deciding for me what I need. Okay, thank you. All right. People, they decide for me what I need. Why? Because I'm talking about big butt? What? You get me wrong? How about joking? Oh boy. Any Abdul? You know, big butts, big breasts, they can be useful. As an example, what if the flood of Noah happened again? You need the breast like Muhammad he described in the Quran. The first thing you do, her butt and her breast will make her float. Especially if she is full of gas. You know, she will float. So you will never go, drowned. Just, hold her. There's a benefit of that. Any Abdul? Take care of my throat. Don't worry about my throat. It's okay. No Muhammadan today. That's it. Are we done? Guys, I have to go. Those Abdul, they scare me. Look at this. They put panties, white panties, and they made a hole in it. And then they went and they bought plastic guns. They are not even real guns. Any Abdul? And then when the real guns come to them, they go in the tunnel. And they scream, ceasefire, no, ceasefire, no. Potato. You fail in war, you fail in the bedroom, you fail everywhere. Muhammad, he have 24, 25 women according to Muslims, yet he failed to make one of them have a baby. Just one. I guess he was shooting in the wrong place, maybe. Even Aisha, she said that the Prophet, he imagined himself having sexual intercourse, but in fact he did not. What the heck? Even his sex have no witnesses. No wife there. So what Muhammad was doing, brother? Look, guys, I searched for he imagined, and look what I found. I want to look for the hadith where Muhammad imagined himself having sex. I found 10,000 hadith about if a Muslim, he imagined himself farting. Oof. Brother, you are praying to Allah now. My uncle asked Allah Messenger about a person who imagined to have passed wind during the prayer. Allah pastor replied, says, he should not leave his prayer unless he hear the sound and he smell it. What if I heard it but did not smell it? What if I smell it but I did not hear it? Fartoon religion. The Fartoon prophet, he have the best advices. So imagine, this is why the mosque smells so bad. The Muslim, as long it's a silent fart, it's okay. Even if the one, guys, the Muslim, their head behind the butt of each other. So the guy behind you, he will hear it and he will smell it, but you don't. It's okay. What if it's a deadly fart? Prophet Muhammad is full of wisdom, man. Prophet of farting. Why the disciple of Jesus did not talk about such a wisdom? Man, they need to learn. Somebody call John, brother John. You need to learn wisdom. Here is the wisdom, you know. Look at this. All right. Here Muhammad is about, he was under black magic, so he imagined himself doing something, but in fact he did not. What is the thing you are talking about? Sex. And as usual, he blamed the Jews. That a guy, his name is Lubayd ibn al-Asam, he is of the Jews, he took some hair from the anus of Muhammad and he controlled Muhammad by remote control. Which is a true story. All right? Yeah. Let us see this one. Hold on. This website is so slow. Yeah, here, you see? They blame Muhammad, he blamed the Jews for any stupid thing in his life. A Jew from among the Jews? He is a Jew from among the Jews? No way. That's deep. He is a Jew from among the Jews, who his name is Lubayd. He cast a spell on the Prophet. Okay, how is a prophet protected by Allah and somebody can cast a spell on him? Ani Abdul? How this guy is protected by Allah? Then a little Jew, Jack Shalom, with some hair coming from his side of his head, wearing a hat, Ashkenazi Jew, he cast a spell on Muhammad. Any Muhammadan have an answer for that? That easy? He's a prophet of God. Anyone can cast a spell on Muhammad. Okay. Well, look like today we don't have too many Muslims, so maybe we better stop for now. Did we have a good time, guys? So prepare yourself, Indonesian. Christian Prince is coming to town. Soon we will start an Indonesian channel speaking Indonesian. People who speak Indonesian, they can call us live. They can speak their language, and I will answer them immediately. For sure, I will speak English. But then my friend, his name is Mr. AI, is going to translate what I say into Indonesian. It's going to be an orang teaching channel. All right? So tell your friends, and for sure in the beginning, we would like you all to subscribe just to let us, you know, like when you start a new channel, you have to have at least 2,000 subscribers, which is very easy to accomplish in one day. It's just to be able to go live. You cannot wait. Okay, don't wait, go. You know, when I published my first book, a lady, she called and she said, Christian Prince, I cannot put the book from my hand. And because I'm so good in English, I said to myself, Why she cannot put the book down? Is that the glue problem? Oh, man. This printing company are doing bad job. She said she hold the book, she could not put it down. I said, uh-oh, she is going to sue me now. We are Arab, my friend. We understand all languages. We are the best. They are smarter ever, the smartest, you know. Everybody wear best vest for hunting, for cold, except us. We have suicide vest. The first people in the world who come with suicide vest. Can you deny that? Look at you, look at you. I shamed you all. You cannot do that, you know. Yeah. Yeah, soon I will. Let us see what the Muslim reaction will be for having my channel in Indonesian, and then we will make one maybe Bangladesh. What the Bangladesh they use? Urdu? Urdu? I don't know. Urdu maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. So we will see, you know. We will see the reaction of the Muslim Indonesian. For sure, they will not be happy to see such a thing happening. Right? You look like an Arab, but you are from Dominican Republic? Siri, you look like us? Now, who's going to marry you now? I feel sorry for you. That's a big problem. However, don't worry. You can go fly right now to Thailand. They have a new butt, new nose, new lips. I mean, they can change you. You go inside the clinic, they have a catalog. They will show you, like, you want to be like so handsome, like as an example, Zakir Naik. Good breath. First of all, I'm the most handsome person in the world. Okay, you know that. I'm just joking with the guy, man. What are you going on? You cannot take a joke for a second. I'm just telling him that you are the most handsome. That's why I mentioned your name. I did not mention anyone's name because who is beside you? Nobody. Good breath. Exactly. Thank you very much for one time in your life you tell the truth. I'm the most handsome in the world. Zakir, just a question. When you wear a jacket, are you wearing the jacket or the jacket is wearing you? Good breath. This is a question, it's very hard to answer. Because simply, sometimes in myself I'm confused. Sometimes I feel that I'm wearing the jacket. Sometimes I feel that the jacket is wearing me. Okay, hold on. You are confused yourself who is wearing who? So what do you think? What is the conclusion? Good breath. It's very simple. The jacket is made by the kuffar. I am made by Allah. So sometimes I am sinner. So the jacket is wearing me. If I am following Allah, I will be wearing the jacket, which means I'm in control. Oh, okay. I never thought about it this way. All right. Don't worry about your look. It's okay. It's okay. You know? I mean, things happened. You know? Look at me. I mean, don't look at me. For your safety. Oh, boy. Last call. Do we have any Abdul? Any Abdul? No? We are done for today? So, guys, is it good to go very early in the morning in my time, or it's bad time? Like today we have 1,300 something, not too much. Shall I change the time, make it like around maybe 7 or 8 New York time? Yeah, I'm trying to go early so people who live in Indonesia and Asian countries can join us. It's a bad time, huh? We will try to switch every few days between here and there. All right. Now, before we finish today, the election in USA already started. There's many states you can go, and I think all of them maybe. You can go and do early voting. So please don't forget to go and vote. If you want to change, if you don't want to hear the voice of this ugly Kamala for the coming 8 years, you better do something about it. It's not only her voice is ugly, her plan is ugly. She is satanic. Those Democrats are satanic. They are trying to destroy this country. If you love your country, you have to go and vote. And look how filthy they are. They were making fun of a Trump for he was building a wall. They said he is a racist, and now she said we need to build a wall. Can you believe it? She's hijacking his plan in order to win. After she wins, she will say we do not need the wall. She said that we should not dig for more oil. She go to Pennsylvania, she said no, she is supporting digging for oil just to win the election. A snake is snake. All her time she is against this. Suddenly now she is switching just to win the election, and after she win, she will give you all a screwdriver. You are smarter than this. Don't no, she is not weird. She is satanic. Satanic, they have no stand. They switch to the side of the winning. Doesn't matter who is the winner. Doesn't matter how to win. So now she is switching everything she said before thousands of times. Trying to hijack. Trump, he says we want to have no tax for tips. She said no tax for tips. She is cloning the guy in order to win. So you better go and put the right person in the right place. Go and vote for Trump and let us get rid of this garbage in the White House. Joe Biden and his gang, it is a time for them to go. All of them. I want to say thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you, and that we see you again. God is good, so is Jesus. Amen to that. Take care.